What's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx. Today, the latest map of Age of Steam. Excited to be bringing this to y'all. So Age of Steam, designed by Martin Wallace, published by originally Winsome Games. And here soon, Eagle Griffin is doing a reprint of Age of Steam. So that'll be the 4th edition, this time with Ian O'Toole's artwork. Today we are featuring the Ireland map. I was going to say the Irish map, but came out Ireland map. There we go, which is from the first expansion. We've done the other side, I believe, which is England, I think, on the other side. Doesn't matter, whatever. I'm your host, Edward Euler. You guys know my partner, and, well, you know him.
Jess.
And I'm Martin.
All right, so welcome everybody joining us live around the world as well as after the fact. Should be a good time today. And a special shout out to the 734 patrons. Go support the show if you guys enjoy what we're doing. Go to pledgehc.com, support the show, because without y'all and without them, this ain't happening. Ain't that right? So normally I would just teach the map. However, I have been instructed that it's been a while, or informed that it's been a while since we've done Age of Steam, so it would probably behoove me to do a full teach again. So, you know what? Get comfy. If you know the game, go make some tea. Yeah, right? So here, speaking of which, so cheers.
Cheers.
All right, since it is Ireland, Irish coffee? I guess so. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're famous for their tea plantations.
Ooh, I could have had Irish coffee?
Yeah, well, all right. So there's that. All right. So I'm going to bring down the chat and the cameras for the teach then, and I'm going to teach the full game. And then I'm going to back up and tell you to forget some of the things that I taught you, because we're going to change some of that for the map, okay? So, yeah, y'all ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so CCMF, here we go. All right, so welcome to Ireland, y'all. So Age of Steam. Age of Steam is played over a variable number of rounds depending on the player count here. So with a 3-player game that we're playing today, we are playing the full number of rounds, -1 due to the map, 4-player, a 5-player, and a 6-player map. The goal of the game is to have the most money or victory points at the end of the game. Money is victory points is money. So we have a victory point / income track around the outside. Then the aforementioned turn track down below that. Then we have the number of shares issued. Everybody starts the game normally, and again, there are caveats to all of this depending on the map that you're playing. Again, I'm just going on the assumption that we're talking about the very base game, which is not this map. So bear with me on that. So normally you start with $10. Every share is worth $5. Everyone starts at 2 shares, so $10. The engine track, also called number of links, also called locomotive, also called engine, also called loco, the whole 9 yards. We're going to use that term interchangeably. So the loco track here, the longest delivery that you can do in the base game is 6 links, or 6 different towns and cities out here on the board. So hence why it goes up to 6. Everybody starts at 1. Then we have the player order track. We're going to be auctioning for turn order. This, some people say, is Age of Steam, is this one part of everything else is secondary to that. I'll let you be the judge of whether or not that's the case. Down below that, we have the goods display. The goods display, these are future goods that can come to the various cities. You'll notice that we have 1 through 6 on the white cities, 1 through 6 on the black cities. That simply just shows locations on a map. So white 4 would correspond to this column here, whereas black 1 would be right there, okay? Then normally all of these would be filled, as well as all of the new cities over here on the right edge of the board. We would have A through H, as you can see there. But for our map, we don't have those, but I'm still going to teach it as if we did, all right? Down below that, we have the special actions. When players go through and bid. Part of what they're bidding for is for these special actions, which obviously I will go through as we go along. Now let's talk about the main map. Well, the main map is separated into 3 different types of terrain. You have normal, just green or grassland or plains hexes like these here. Those are going to cost $2 when we get to that point. Then you'll notice there is only one river here on the Ireland map. Any hex that includes the river will cost $3 to build on. And then there are, and they're all the same, whether they're little hill looking or big mountains. These are mountain terrain here, and those all cost $4 in which to build. There are also towns, which are the non-colored little circle areas on the board. Then there are cities, and the cities have different colors. Normally, these are only for delivery cities, so cubes that are, or cities that are yellow will want yellow cubes. Cities that are black want black cubes, red or blue or purple, etc., etc. Now, obviously, this map has some oddballs, but we'll talk about that when we get to the differences on the map. Also, there are these dark bordered black lines right here. Those are impassable. You cannot make links through them, so you'll see them in various places that represent different things historically. We're not going to talk about these until we get to the actual map itself. Everybody has discs of their own color, and there are 5 discs that always start out here on the various boards out there. Then there are little town markers here, and then further off board are all the various different types of track tile here. All right, so now that you kind of seen, oh, I also should point out that there are dice and they're rolled in this game, but it's okay.
Shocking. Shocking.
I know, right? All right, so let's talk about how do you play Age of Steam. Normally, I would go through the sequence of how a round plays out. However, I feel like you have to have some basic concepts here before we get started. So let's go ahead and talk about building track, okay? Even though that is further along in the middle of the round, let's go and talk about building track. There are 3 different types of basic track in this game. There are straights, gentle curves, and tight curves. Everything else is either complex track, overlapping track, or things that have to do with towns. But let's just talk about the basic track. All of these will cost between $2 and $4 depending on the aforementioned terrain that you're going to be building on. In a normal game of Age of Steam, you are allowed to build a maximum of 3 track on a given turn. So what does that look like? Well, that would be 1 track lay. That would be $2 out of my money into the bank, and I would put an ownership marker on it to show that that completed link was built by me. Well, I have...
And it's $2 because it's 1 for each exit.
No, it is $2 because of the terrain type, whereas when we talk about towns, that's when that comes into play.
Oh, that's how you think of it. Okay.
There you go.
I don't think... Okay.
All right. So, because...
I'll take that back.
That still is $4, and it still only has 2 exits because it's the terrain type.
But I think of it
matters.
as it's $2 extra for the mountains plus 1 for each exit. It's the same thing.
Fair
It's
enough.
either way.
Whatever works. All right.
I'm sorry I interrupted. I got confused there.
No worries. No worries. So we have that, and we're allowed a maximum of 2 other track lays normally. So I could do something like this, paying another $2, and I could do something along the lines of that. That would be a total of $6 and 2 completed links. Okay. But I could also do something instead along the lines of building that there, building this, and then this is incomplete. So what we would do is we would call it a dongle or a dangling track that is incomplete. We would actually put the track marker off the edge of the track like so to show that that is not completed quite yet. So what does that mean? Well, I own this track. However, no one is allowed to make this connection right here except for me. Now, what it does not preclude somebody from doing if they so desired, and not that anybody would ever do this to me, but they could build out coming out this way, and that is a legal thing in which to do. it's being kind of rude, but you can do it, okay? But they cannot connect that track. Now, on the very next turn in which I build track, I have a decision to make. I must extend this track. If I do not, my ownership marker comes off, and then anybody is free to complete that. And if Jess were to complete it, like so, paying the $4 to do so, she then can put her ownership marker, and I did 2/3 of the track lane for her. But let's hope that never happens. More often than not, that's not going to be the case. I would complete that track on a subsequent turn. If I did so, then it would look something along the lines of like so. There we go. That's building track. Now let's go ahead and talk about instead, what if we had built into a town instead? Well, the towns, and all these are off board, so bear with me. The towns have various different tiles that look like so. But you also could build towns with regular track using the town markers on here to signify that that's a town underneath. And building those 3 track as such would then cost me $2 for this one, $2 for this one, and then, as Martin said, it's 1 for the town hex itself, 1 to build on it, and then 1 for every exit. So in this case, that would cost me $3 in which to build. So 3, 5, 7 total. However, if I were to build it with a lollipop instead, because it looks like a lollipop, we don't need that marker. Something like that, that would be 2, 4, and then 1 for the town and 1 for the exit for a total of $6, like so. So what's the difference between towns and cities? Towns will never accept goods. They are merely stops along the way. Cities accept goods of the color of the city. Now again, with the Ireland map, these brown cities are oddballs, so let's ignore those. But let's talk about, say, the yellow city, the black city, the purple city, etc. When delivering goods, it must be delivered from a city to a city of the color in which the good is requested. So let's change this up. Let's do like so. There and there. Let's say I have built both of those. All right. So when we talk about deliveries, the city, the color of the city is the color of the good in which it accepts. Delivering a good, it must stop in the first city of that color. So for instance, to deliver this purple good, even if I had track laid out, and let's do something pretty extreme, which probably would never happen, but let's say, and I apologize for needing to build the track here. This is a bit of an extreme example that probably would never happen, but let's indulge. This purple good, in a perfect world, maybe I would like to deliver it to this purple city. However, this purple good hits Limerick, this city right here, which is also a purple city. It must stop at the first purple city that it arrives to. So even though I would love to do a delivery of 1, 2, 3, alas, I do a delivery of 1 and it stops, and that's it. Okay, whereas this purple good can do so because it's in the purple city. It cannot be delivered to the same city in which it starts, so it can't go circular, but it can go 1, 2. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right.
Yes. And the point being that you want the longest delivery you can.
Absolutely.
Deliveries are points.
Exactly, which is income, which is money, which is points. All right. So does that make sense as far as building track? Any questions on building track?
No.
All right. Now you can also upgrade, and there are these really handy dandy player aids that are over on BGG, which I highly recommend. Double-sided. On one side, it shows the sequence of play, And on the other side, it shows your track cost and everything else. So it shows the cost of track laying basic as well as coexisting. Coexisting means there are two independent track on the same tile. And then there are crossing, which exactly as it says, it's crossing track. It is important to note that in Age of Steam, if you are familiar with 18XX, this is going to seem very foreign to you. There is no intersecting track. It is always going to be either coexisting or crossing, meaning a hex will only have 6 exits and it will never V off or Y off. So the track coming out here will never also come through here. The only thing that it can do is something along the lines of that as a bow and arrow. And notice that that is a trestle and an underpass that is not intersecting track. That will screw up people that are used to that, but if you're unfamiliar with that, then no harm, no foul. So now that we understand building track, let's go ahead and talk about how the game actually plays and the actual sequence of play. All right, so here we go. The first thing that you're going to do is issue shares. Step 1, issue shares. So issuing shares is going to get you liquidity. It's going to get you cash. So what is it that you're going to need cash for? You're going to need cash for potentially 3 things in a given round. The first thing that you're going to need cash for if you wish to take part in the player order auction. That's number 1. Number 2 is the obvious one, which is building track. You're going to need cash in which to do so. Even though this is a game by Martin Wallace, you cannot take loans during the round. The shares are your loans, but the very first step that you do in a round is issue shares or take loans. So you need to plan accordingly. Otherwise, well, plan better. So issue shares. How much money do you want? Maybe a golden rule in general. Let's say I issue 2 shares. Well, if I issue 2 shares, I get an extra $10 into my pocket. We do that in turn order from the existing round. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, that's step 1. Step 2, determine player order. Well, we're going to have an auction. Depending on the number of players, this being a 3-player game, we're going to start with the first player, and you either up the bid or pass. So blue says, you know what, I'm going to bid $2. Yellow says, you know what, I'll go $3. Green says, you guys are crazy, I'm not spending that much, I'm going to pass. When you pass, you come out and you go to the last place. Then it goes back to the next player and they either up the bid or pass. Let's say they pass at $2 and yellow $3. Now, what makes Age of Steam a bit unique here is it's not just the auction winner that pays the amount bid. Here's how it works. Whoever's in first pays their full amount. Whoever's in second pays their full amount. Whoever is in third pays 0. In a more than 3-player game, it would be, let's say, for argument's sake, we were in a 4-player game here. It would be pay full amount, pay half, rounded not in their favor, pay 0. So if I bid, say, 6, they bid 5, that would be they pay 6 and 5. If they bid 3, they would actually pay half rounded up, which would be $2. And regardless of what they bid, they were in last, they would pay nothing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the turn order. Now that turn order is set, we move into the third step, which is select our special actions. I'm going to teach this as if we're not playing the Ireland map, we're playing the basic Age of Steam game. So let's go through what they are. Going left to right, first move. Well, moving goods, which we'll get into here in a little bit, kind of as I showed as far as deliveries go. If you're in last in turn order, but you choose first move, you were the first one to move goods, there was going to be competition for the various goods out here on the board. So maybe this yellow cube, maybe if green also has a route for a yellow city, maybe they want to be able to deliver that before I do, because delivered goods will come off the board. So that's first move. First build, well, place track first. Well, maybe green sees a really good build location and they want to build it before yellow. Well, if they choose that action, they are the first ones to build when we get to that step. Simple enough. Again, limited to 3 track. Oh, but wait, there's the engineer. The engineer allows you to build up to 4 track in a given turn. So instead of placing 3, maybe you choose to build 4. Easy enough. Locomotive. Well, let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. Your locomotive, or engine, or loco, or delivery length is exactly that. It is how many stops the goods can make for a valid delivery. So what that means is everyone starts at a loco of 1, a locomotive of 1, meaning I can move this cube 1 and deliver that. Easy enough. What I cannot do, though, is deliver this yellow cube, because that would be 2 steps, and I only have an engine or a loco of 1. So what do? If I choose locomotive, you immediately get to bump your locomotive 1 for free. We'll talk about why that's in quotes here in a little bit. But now I could make that delivery of a yellow cube 1, 2. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving over now to urbanization. Urbanization is placing new cities. Well, that is where these New Jack cities come into play. So any of these towns out here on the board are valid locations for any of these new cities. When placing a new city, you can place it on any of these available towns out here on the board normally. And which town you choose is up to you, but there's a few things that you're going to want to take into consideration. The color of the city is now going to be the destination color, be it black cities like C, D, G, and H, or a yellow city, a blue, a red, or a purple city, which you want to place down there. But in addition to that, you also want to take into consideration, normally, what color cubes are going to be listed here that may or may not come out for the appropriate city, and how that's going to affect you and also possibly your opponents. Does that make sense? So the actual action of that is, it could be when we get to the build action, I could build something along the lines of something like 1, and maybe I choose to do this yellow city there. That's not a build, that's just urbanizing. So I would still have 2 builds left in which to do. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Now that I've taught that, forget that, because it doesn't come into play for this map, but don't worry about it. All right. So that's urbanization. Next, production. Well, when we get to that step, these cubes are going to eventually, hopefully, make it out here on this board, and these are going to get depleted. Production allows you to draw 2 cubes from the bag here, in which there are a bunch of cubes still in there. You'll draw 2 cubes, then you'll place them out here on any empty space, and then hopefully, eventually, they'll make it out here on the board. The last one is turn order pass. What this means is normally, when you pass, so if I bid 2, and if blue didn't want to bid 3, they could, if they have selected this action, pass, but not be out of the auction. Then maybe green says, you know what, I don't want to bid to 3, I'll pass. It then comes back to blue again, because you don't have to outbid yourself. And now they say, you know what, now I'll bid 3, or maybe now I'll pass for free and go second. Something along the lines of that. So those are the available actions that we can select after the auction. So again, we have issue shares, getting money into your coffers, then bidding for turn order here, then selecting our actions. After selecting our actions, in turn order, unless someone has placed here on the first build location, we then build track in turn order, building a maximum of 3 track, unless someone's taken engineer, which is 4 track, keeping in mind that urbanization allows that player to also put out one of these cities if they wish to do so. And I should point out that even if these have been built into something along the lines of like this, these can still be urbanized. That's important to note, that even if they've been built into, they can then become urbanized cities. So, oh, you thought you were going to make that long yellow route? Oh, hey, all of a sudden, Now it's a whole lot shorter of a yellow route, something along the lines of that. After everybody in turn order has built their track if they wish to, then we go through 2 series of moving goods. What is that? Well, my locomotive currently is at 2. I'm the first player. I could do something along the lines, and let's say it were like this. I could move this yellow cube down to the yellow city. I could move that purple cube there. So let's say, for instance, I choose to go 1. This will then go back into the bag there, and my income, Martin, if you would be so kind, my income would then move up 1 for having moved 1 link or to 1 city. Then we would go to blue, then to green. They would do their deliveries if they wish. Then it comes back to me. Now, if I wish, I have another purple delivery if I want, or maybe I choose to do this yellow delivery down south. If I wish to, you'll notice that I'm going 1 on yellow track and 1 on green track. Well, if I so desired to do that, yellow would go up 1, but I used green for 1 link, so they get their 1. If all of this had been green, that would be pretty stupid for me to do, but if it were, as such, like there, green would get the 2 income and I would get none. That probably is unlikely to ever happen, however. Now, those are the 2 move goods steps. However, during one of those and one of those only, you are allowed, in lieu of moving a good, instead, you may freely bump your locomotive up 1. But you can only do that for your first or your second move goods. You cannot do that for both of them. That is not allowed. Is that clear, and does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. After we have moved goods, then we need to collect income and pay our expenses. This is probably a bad example, but let's say it were like this. And let's say I only had $2, and let's say I had $3 left over from the auction, building track, the whole 9 yards out there. I had $3 left in my coffers. I need to collect income and pay expenses. Well, how much, what is that? Well, where am I on shares? I am currently have issued 4 shares, and where am I currently on my locomotive or my engine? I'm at 2. These 2 numbers get added together. 4 plus 2, that makes 6. Minus where your income marker is. Where is my income marker?
2.
It's on 2. 6 minus 2 is $4. I owe $4 because my maintenance cost is higher than my income. Well, you'll notice I only have $3. Well, there's 3 of it. That goes back to the bank. What happens? Where does the other dollar come back from? I move back. All right, not the end of the world. I only moved back 1. That's okay. However, you'll notice there is a 0 spot. If you ever move past 0, go watch TV. You're out of the game. Your discs are removed, and literally you're out of the game. The game does have player elimination if you fail to do a reasonably decent job in this game. There is no shame. Yeah, I'm lying. There is shame. Yeah, don't do that. All right? Any questions about paying your expenses and getting your income? It is possible, though, maybe. Let's say I was up here at 12. My expenses are $6. Well, I get 12 minus 6. Oh, hey, what's that? Nice. I actually get $6. Awesome. I'm in the black. Do a little happy dance. First time that happens. Everyone drives home in a diesel. Okay? Cool. That's collecting income. Diesel. Locomotive. Yeah.
It's steam engines.
Moving on. All right. The next step, when it comes into play, is income reduction. So what happens here? You'll notice that there are different colors, or if you're in the black and white version of this, you'll see that there are different gradients of gray. But in this, we have red, we have orange, yellow, green, and purple. If anyone is ever past 10, and we all should be at some point, you'll notice that there is maintenance costs or upkeep for your company. As your company gets larger, you're making more money, but there's going to be more expenses, and that's what this tries to simulate. So at this point, you're going to reduce your income by the amount given the color that you're in. So in this case, I would move back 2. If I were at 11, I probably should have stopped at 10, but I now dropped to 9. But it's important to note that I will have gotten the income before income reduction happens. So it usually behooves you to get the higher income first and not worry about the income reduction because you're going to get more money. Unless it was the difference between, say, 30 and 31, because the difference here is you move back 4. Okay, not the end of the world. Whereas if I were at 31, I'm moving back 6. Oh, I moved back even further than I would have. So maybe not the best idea there. Yeah, that's right. All right, cool. Any questions on income reduction?
Nope.
All right. Next is goods growth. However, beforehand, if anybody has selected the production action, that's where that comes into play. So what happens is they're going to draw 2 cubes out of the bag first, and then they can place it on any empty space out here on the board. Okay? Now, obviously, as spots come out, maybe it's something like that, and say those are gone or whatever, I could place those 2 cubes in any order of any of those spaces out there. And then what we're going to do, and Jess, if you would be so kind as to roll the dice, we're going to roll 1 die per player twice. We'll start with the white cities, and then we'll do the black cities. So what happens in this case? You'll notice we rolled 3 2s. Well, we look at the 2 column here, and that is all of those cubes. That is 3 2s. We find the white 2 there. All 3 of those cubes would go into that city. Well, now you'll notice that there are no more cubes that will ever come into that white 2 city unless somebody takes the production action and adds them there, and they will always add from bottom to top. Does that make sense? Then, Jess, if you would roll the dice again, because then we have to do for the black cities. The black cities, obviously, normally in the base game, all of these would be filled. We would take 1 from the 1 column, 1 from the 4, 1 from the 5, unless it's empty. If it's empty, skip it. Nothing happens. So in this case, just this one would go to the black 1 city. And that's goods growth. Then, the last thing, we advance the turn marker 1 round, and we do it all over again until we reach the last round. Once we reach the last round, we go into endgame scoring. What does endgame scoring look like? Well, you triple your income. So if my income was at 25, I would actually be at 75, and we would mark that with a double cube or double disc like that. Then after we've done that, you now have to pay for your shares. So if I had issued 10 shares throughout the game, and you are limited to 15 shares in a given game, if I issued 10, whatever that number is, I triple it, so that's 30, minus 75, so I'm actually at 45. There. Then I pay 1, and let me give a better example here. A moment. There. And there. All right. So after we have done that, then you get 1 point per piece of track that you have built. So in this case, looking at everything on the board, yellow would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but then there's this little piece coming from the town right there. That would be 9. So add 9 onto mine, and then we would count up green. Well, in this case, green would get 1 for that link, 2 for this, and then 3 for that little piece coming out for that. Obviously, you might get as many as 20, 25, et cetera, et cetera. Whoever has the highest income wins the game. And that is how you play basic Age of Steam. Now, let's go ahead and teach the actual map that we're going to be playing today. Any questions locally on how to play basic Age of Steam?
Nope.
All right. Now let's talk about the differences here for expansion number 1, the Ireland map. So on the Ireland, you'll notice that we have these brown hexes. There are no brown cubes in this game. However, these brown hexes have a number of cubes that they show on them. We randomly drew those out of the bag. So they are never delivery cities. They are only cube houses. And then once they're empty, they are forever empty. However, they do count as stops. So going back to our example here, to move this yellow up, or this purple to this purple, it would be 1 for the town, 2 for this, and then 3. So you would need a 3-link locomotive or a 3-train to be able to make it there. Any questions on the brown hexes?
Nope.
All right. The second thing, well, you'll notice, and let me go ahead and reset this as best I can. I think that'll work, and this will go there. You'll notice the display has all of the white cities and only 2 of the black cities. Well, you'll notice that there is white 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for white, but there are only 2 black, right here and right here. So that's why the rest aren't filled out, okay? Also, on this map, the turn order marker starts on the second round, so we're going to play 1 less round than a normal 3-player game. Then you'll see, you remember I talked about urbanization? Yeah, forget all that. Those are not in this game, so don't worry about it. Which, you know what's cool? Now we can zoom in here. There we go, cool, easy enough. There are also C routes. So these C routes act as if it's a single tile lay. It counts as 1 tile lay. These cost $6. You're allowed to do a maximum of 1 on a given turn. So what you cannot do is 1 track lay, 2 track lays, and then a 3rd track lay. You cannot do that. You can do 1 and then whatever else.
Right.
I also should point out that track never has to be contiguous. It's just usually in your benefit in which to do so, because longer routes as opposed to disjointed routes, okay? The dark markers or dark lines are impassable. You can't build across them. Then there are 2 double color locations here. We have England and Wales, and I believe that's Scotland up yonder. So these count as both red and blue cities, meaning you can deliver red and blue cubes to that location, okay? And as well as up there in Scotland. All right. Now, we need to talk about the 2 actions here that are a little bit wonky in this game. We're going to start with urbanization. Well, I told you that these city tiles were out of the game. So what does urbanization become? Well, urbanization isn't urbanization, it's de-urbanization, which sounds ominous. Kinda, because it should be, it is. So this is the ultimate screw you in this map. De-urbanization says, oh, you remember that really long yellow link you were making? Yeah, see this cube? That's going away, it's going back into the bag. You can take 1 cube from anywhere on the board, take it off the board. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to do that exactly 1 time in a given turn. And that happens immediately before we move into the move goods phase. Not right before that player, but before all players do their first move goods. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's urbanization or de-urbanization, as it were. All right? The second special thing, and this one's a little bit wonky, and I'll be honest, I forgot to look this up, and if anybody out there can tell me this for the variant, please do so. As the rules are written, what locomotive does normally allows you to just bump that up 1. However, on the Ireland map, that's not what it does. What it does is normally you're allowed to forego 1 of your move goods and instead bump up your locomotive. Well, that's still the normal case. However, the locomotive as it's written here allows you to do that for both of your move goods steps. However, from everything that I have read, nobody in their right mind ever would do that, and it makes sense because your income will never move up that round, and it's never selected in the game. So instead, there's been a variant proposed that's been played this way for the better part of a decade, and I'm not one to mess with history, so this is what we're going to do. The variant that we're going to be playing with locomotive, instead of being able to skip both of your move goods and bump your loco up twice, what it allows you to do is move 1 good of your two, I believe, it's only one of the two, you're allowed to move it one delivery further than what your locomotive says.
Okay.
So if your locomotive's at 1, well, getting back to this example from earlier, even though my locomotive's only at 1, if I took this action, I could deliver this one yellow cube, 1, 2, bump my income up to, put it into the bag, and that's allowed even though my loco's only at 1.
Yep.
That's allowed for one of your 2 deliveries.
Okay.
Does that make sense? That's the only thing that I wasn't clear about, is whether or not it's for one of the deliveries or both of them. I believe it's for only one. So that actually does allow you, with this variant, to make a 7 delivery for the first time in the history of Age of Steam that I'm aware of.
Cool.
And that, folks, is the Irish map. Let's reset it. I'll bring up the cameras. If you guys can clear this while I figure out the chat and cameras, we will go ahead and get started. All right? So, yeah, we're probably going to want to move that. What we will do is we will actually move the chat, or I'm sorry, we will move the dice tray when we actually have to roll.
Okay. We can do that.
There we go. Get in there, Martin. There you go. All
I was going
right.
to point out that to get maximum aesthetics, you should hide me behind the chat.
All right. There we go. Cool. All right. Actually, we got a little bit of room. We could probably make that a little. Nah, you know what? Let's keep it as such. Let's fix this. I apologize. The one thing I didn't do. There we go. Perfect. Ish. All right. Cool. So, any questions from the peanut gallery that you
Didn't
guys
see
saw?
anything. No. But
All right.
Jonathan's instilling all the trust in me here. Like, experienced players have gone bust on turn 2, and you've said so many times to me today, "Go watch TV," that I just have a Netflix thing planned out. I'm sure I'll be gone.
I should point out, I have never played Age of Steam before. I have played Steam lots of times. The first time I played Steam, I forgot to take into account the locomotive cost. I would have been eliminated had I been playing Age of Steam.
Okay.
Right.
I had to
Well,
have driven home after 10 minutes. Which
my
would not have been
job
fun.
is to make sure that that does not happen for any of us as we
Okay.
go through here. So everything, we should have 3 cubes in each of the brown cities, 2 cubes in every other. Let me rephrase that. 2 or 3, depending on what's shown. So we're missing, it looks like 1 in Limerick. So take a look, make sure that the brown cities all have 2 or 3, whatever it calls for on that. 3, 3, 3. Okay, I just need to pull 1 out of the bag for 1 in Limerick. Hickory dickory. There once was a man from Nantucket. No, okay, that's as far as we go with that. All right.
I have a clean Nantucket joke, but
Right. Yeah, but I don't have
long.
any. I
It's
don't
too
have
long.
any clean limericks. So there's that. All right. So we need a randomized turn order here. So we'll go worst to first. Place your bets now. And over under on Glory to Rome's, I'm gonna set at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna set it at 6.5. The over under.
There's got to be one every round at least, right? Because I'm going to be an asshole.
Worst to first. All right. And so the game begins at 11:46. Our goal is to be done in 1 hour and 45 minutes. Ready? Here we go. So, issue shares. If you're paranoid, the general rule, issue 2 shares, usually pretty safe. Because keep in mind that normally what's going to happen is you're going to bump your locomotive probably up 1 level. Normally, not always, but again, these are rough ideas. So your locomotive is going to be at 2. If you issue 2 shares, you're going to be at 4 shares. That's going to cost you $6 at the end of the round, minus whatever income that you're able to do. If you made this route, for instance, and you made that delivery twice, then your locomotive would actually only be 1, so you'd be at 5 minus 2. You would want $3 left over. Okay, so if I want $3 left over, how much is it going to cost me to build track? Well, if I build this and maybe I build this in a perfect world, that would cost me 2, 4, 6. Now I'm at $9 that I need. Well, I start with 10, and I'm working backwards here, if you notice, from the way the round works. Then going to the auction, that leaves me $1 to spend if I issue no shares. If I issue no shares and I take no locomotive, that would only be 3. I would get 2 1 deliveries. That means my income would be 2. I'd actually only own $1. Oh, $1, and I would have way more money than I thought then to either build more expensive track or to bid more in the auction. But if I'm last in auction, I might not be able to build exactly what it is that I was planning on, so it might screw up those plans. So that's why issuing a share, maybe 2, might not be a bad idea. What do you want to do? I don't know, but there you go.
I'll do 2.
1 or 2 is fine, and honestly, 1 is probably safe with this map. No, talking specifically about this map because it's wide open. Because there's not a whole lot of terrain here. However, you do have the 6 links. So 2 shares probably is not the end of the world. There we go. So Jess took her $10, and now it's up to me. Being the more experienced fella, I'm going to issue 1 share here and roll the dice and see what happens. All right.
Yeah, and I was doing the math on this and thinking, if I was truly brave and had confidence
you would issue no shares.
I'd issue 1.
I was going to do 1.
But I'm going to do 2
so
because I'm a coward.
Before he does that,
Same.
right now, Martin is winning the game. Because remember, you're going to pay triple the amount on shares, plus you're going to pay 1 interest for every share that you take every round, right? So Martin's going to take 2 shares here. So $10, you guys have a bank over on your side.
Yep.
So $10. So right now, if nothing else happens, I'm winning the game. Because you guys are going to go back $12, I'm going to go back 9 at the end of the game.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, so that is issue shares. Now determine player order. So JREX starts the auction and begin. Usually, the general rule, this is not a hard, fast rule, and there are instances in which to break this. Bidding 2 for the first bid isn't a bad idea.
That was my thought. I'll go with that, 2.
Because normally you would have to pay half. But in this game, in a 3-player game, there is no half pay because it's full, nothing.
Yep.
I'll bid 3.
Keeping your money when it's this open isn't bad.
I'm going to pass right away.
Yeah. I can see why that would be a choice. Keep your money.
Well, it's fairly open map, so I reckon it'll be nice to... I'm not going to be
So I'm
blocked
definitely
off
second.
Paying $2 second or bid 4 potentially to be first.
I'll stay at 2, so pass.
All right, so Jess owes $2. I owe $3 to the bank. And there we have our first turn order.
Right.
All right. So now we go into selecting actions. So, all right, well, let's take a look at the board real quick. And this will be the only time that I go over this and point things out. So I already talked about that here. Oh, there was a yellow cube there originally, wasn't there? That's what it was. Well, that changed. All right. So
I don't know what you did.
Yes, there was a yellow cube there.
Let's put it back there.
I can support that because I was actually eyeing that possibility myself
Fine
at the
with
time.
me.
When I was thinking through my routes,
Okay.
it was
All right.
definitely yellow.
That was originally when I was doing this as the example. I remember that now. So right here we have a yellow 2 delivery. Something I want to point out, if you guys have not noticed at home, the only 2 yellow cities in the game are down here. The only red and blue cities are there on the coast. And there are 4 purple cities there, a black down south and a black up north.
Anyone would think the entire purpose of Ireland is to produce goods and send them to the English.
Well, there you go. All right. So now looking at this, the general rule with this map, from what I've heard, is 1 player starts up north, 1 in the south, and somebody over in the east. That's not always the case because, like I said, this actually works as a 1 delivery. That's not a terrible idea. I like the idea of being able to build 4 track. Also being able to deliver a 2 delivery right off the bat, not a terrible idea. So this one time I would like to be able to do both of those. But instead, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose engineer for my action, which allows me to build 4 track.
I'm going to go with locomotive.
Okay. All right, so Jess is going locomotive, which again normally would be that, but what it is +1 length on 1 delivery. Okay.
Oh, it's 1 delivery.
So
That's annoying.
therefore, I'm kind of forced to build the I'm going to be an asshole.
You don't
option
have to.
And go for urbanisation.
Okay.
So I mean, it's shocking that urbanisation would be available on a.
Honestly,
last of the things.
I don't have a really good idea of where things are, so I don't want to. I wanted to focus on helping me instead of hurting you guys, is why I didn't choose that to begin with. So because no one chose first build, I get the choice of building first. Now, I think I've planned very poorly already. I would be at 5, I would gain 2, I would have no money. I cannot do what I planned on doing. I'm an idiot. I should have taken 2 shares.
Put the glory to Rome for yourself. Go on.
You told me to take 2 shares, too.
I didn't tell you, I just
No,
He's
advice.
deliberately
He gave us
handicapping himself
nice
to give us a
advice.
chance.
Yes, I think that's it. Thank you
do as
so
I
much.
say, not as I do. 10, 2. So if I don't do that, I would be at 4 minus 2. I would, okay. So here, I'll go ahead and talk about what it is that I was planning on doing that I cannot do. Okay, the reason I took engineer, and I think that's going to be wasted because I'm an idiot I wanted to build this, which is 6, and then 2, 4, 6 there, because then that would allow me to
That is pricey, though.
skip 1 delivery. That would be $12. Notice I have $12 left over. I would
Yeah.
skip 1 delivery to be able to bump my locomotive up to 2 and then deliver the black cube there, boom, and get a 2 delivery, which means my income would be at 2. But if I did that, I would then have a cost or upkeep of 5 minus 2. I would need $3.
Yeah.
I would have no money. I would have to go back 3. I would already be out of the game.
You'll be watching Netflix.
Let's
I
not
would.
do that.
So I'm not going to do that.
Nope.
Now, I could partially build that if I so desire, but I would have no delivery in the first round, which would then be terrible as well. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build that for 6.
I dislike you.
There's a board for that.
Come on.
I had my eye on that one as well, but
No.
it wasn't the only place I had my eye. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I dislike
I
him
can see
so
this one.
much.
Yep. That was one of
I
mine.
had only one plan, guys. Only one. I
There
have
you
no
go.
idea what to
So
do.
that's going to cost me 6, 8, $10
Wasn't
total.
the best place to put it either, and I dislike you tremendously.
So 10 for that, and I now have 3 deliveries right there for my first turn
I
to be
dislike
able
you.
to, and I don't need to bump my loco if I choose not to do so. There's a board for that, people. So now, if I wanted to, I could build my 4th build because of engineer. However, because of my piss poor planning here, excuse me, there, I'm done. Up to green.
Oot, I'm in trouble because that was all I had planned out. So something else needs to happen. I dislike that thing up there you were talking about terribly. That's awful.
The player elimination in this game is sponsored by Netflix.
Yep.
I mean, this is a safe build there.
I don't want to go over here. No, these are terrible because the cities are all over here. That's where the cubes are going to keep coming out. These are dead spaces.
Not
primarily.
early on, though.
But it's a long game. That's planning for immediate is not a good idea. See, I would have gone here, and then you would have gotten double with your 2.
Also,
That's what I was going to do as well,
Yeah,
actually.
right. We
See,
had
we were
this great
thinking,
idea.
We were thinking there.
You should think of your backup move because I need to now do that really quickly, and I don't. This all worked out for me in that too. So now what to do?
I'm surprised. That got, so both of you were planning that, and
Yep.
I got no glory to Rome's out of that.
Oh, there's so many
shit.
other options on this that, that was one of
Can
my
you go
plans,
next?
but I have alternatives. I
There's
have
so
plan
many other
Bs.
options.
I was a bit surprised you did it that way round, but other than that,
I know.
Well, honestly,
Around there.
in hindsight, I wish I'd done it the other direction, but A track
That
laid
only
is a track
gives
paid.
me one to deliver. I don't want to go over there giving you money.
It's interesting because that does scupper one of my plan Bs because one of my plan Bs
Right?
was based on well,
That.
somebody's going to do that. I'm not going to do
Agreed.
that.
Right.
So it's
He
a kind
did
of
the wrong way.
sort of glory to Rome as a kind of my kind of plan B
Wow.
gets thrown out of kilter.
I'll take
I don't
it.
know whether that really counts though.
And I'm glory to Roman myself for being an idiot as well. So we're off. We're not even halfway through the first round, and we have 2. Here we go. And no, Adam, she should not. That is not what Locomotive does in this map. But thank you. Yeah, that was kind of nasty. Not gonna lie. Well, not really nasty. It was helpful for me.
Yes, but this whole time I've been planning out because I've never played this before. I got
This
nothing.
is one for the
Yeah,
yellow.
I see that. I see no other good long-term prospects. That's what I'm looking
Well-
for. Something that can build out later. So that's where I'm at, is trying to figure out secondary moves and tertiary moves.
Well, here, and here.
Oh, believe me, I see it. And then, but this.
Take care, Vince. All right. No worries.
Next time, go for first. All right, I guess I have no choice. So,
Just lay the track first, then pay for it.
okay. That.
All right. So there's 6.
I don't like it at all. All right, hold on. How can I build that out later? No. Are these only upgrades, or do
Yes, you have
okay,
to.
So
you have
these
to,
are what
yes,
you're laying.
There you go. Your simple track only. But you wouldn't want to. There's no reason.
Oh yeah, you would.
Well, you're going to have to pay for it twice then, or somebody else is going to help you.
Agreed. That's the
Yes.
problem. Is I'm not going to have enough money long term.
Well, that's why there are plenty of shares in which you can issue. So that's the good news. Jose says some maps, the meanness is in the players, such as the Rust Belt. This map kills people even if people play nice. Good save. No rules. Good save. All right.
All right, so 10.
Yep. And put your ownership marker on the second bit. There we go. By the way, for those that know don't know, the black dots on the green markers are whenever we have a multiplayer more than 3 and red is in play. This way, red-green can tell the difference for those colorblind folk out there. Martin, it is your honor, sir.
It is indeed, and that was indeed my second option. And now my third option was the thing that was blocked by Edward's curious routing there.
Okay, you're telling me you don't ever get tunnel vision to where you just see
No,
something
no,
and you
absolutely.
get
No,
stuck by it? Like,
yeah, but
never
I
even-
always tease people who get tunnel vision. I mean, that's the whole point of playing board games, right?
In
Teasing
hindsight,
the players.
yeah, my bad. Although, being able to the black one, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
No, never mind. Can't even make that excuse. All right. Take care, Adam. Enjoy Brass Birmingham.
I like that very much, but it does seem...
Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this and you appreciate what it is that we like, don't forget thumb drive down
Thumbs.
below and subscribe, hit the bell as a reminder. That way you guys get notified whenever we go live. You get live in case you guys miss the weekly look ahead every Sunday at 2 p.m. And if you want to go one step further, down in the bottom right of your screen, you can see pledgehc.com. Support the show there. You're welcome, Darren. All right, so what are you thinking, Martin?
Yeah, it's an interesting puzzle. I mean, part of me is, I'm looking for some early cube moves. But I'm also thinking I really want to nab one of these ferries.
There are 10.
The trouble is, this ferry is a tricky one to nab because you're likely to take this purple cube if I do
Right,
that.
I felt like no control. I hear
And
you.
so
I was
that
thinking
one's
that too.
going to go flying out the window.
Another option, just again, I mean, it's your first game of Age of Steam.
Right.
Building this.
That was
right
also a
here,
thought.
Right, get you, and then that, and then you fight.
I mean,
It
it's
isn't bad.
relatively
Yeah, we got
unlikely
that,
someone
right.
would go for that ferry. Yep, that was another consideration.
I
I'm
wouldn't
also-
say very unlikely, because if you look, I now have this, so going that
Yes.
and then getting that. I wouldn't say very unlikely. So
But
keep
then
in
that
mind.
ferry becomes into play, and I can kind of do something looping around here.
Correct.
The other possibility is to dive in here. I've got a nice oneer there at least.
Yep.
And then kind of strike in the middle. But then that puts me in a very crowded spot with you two. And the question is, do I want to dive in the middle of you two? Or do I want to kind of occupy some little space,
I
do
think I know
something
what the
interesting
answer is.
all around
I
the end?
think.
He's
but-
wait. You're gonna decide.
Right. It's up to you, but yeah, that's up to you.
I don't think there's one right answer to that.
No,
not
there
this
isn't.
early. There really isn't. What do you feel in your
It's a
gut?
curious little combo of options there. Assuming you come up here,
He's gonna come up there.
which is pretty likely,
Mm-hmm.
then that closes off some of the interest of stuff around here a bit too much. So, but I've got no... The trouble is, there's nice builds that I can see in the broader range, but then there's all this desert area out here, which is none. But they're all going on, which is really annoying.
It doesn't necessarily mean that those cubes will come off the board, right? Now, obviously, this first round's going to take us quite a while, but it will pick up the pace as we go along, and then
Yeah.
probably slow down a bit towards the end.
Certainly do hope it'll pick up
Martin,
the pace, 'cause
King
I
of the
am badly
North,
faffling.
Gorov says. Adam says
Yeah.
go north.
Go north,
It's not
yeah.
another great option, but I'm going to go for the north anyway.
I think that's the right call.
Yeah. We shall see. Fortunately, there's no routing I can go around other
I know.
than this.
I know.
Which kind of
I feel
buggers
you.
this?
Stuff that we've all taken into
No,
consideration.
I feel it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
So-
So I definitely would have been able to get away with just giving the one.
Yep.
what's it,
But
money.
we didn't know that at the time.
Yeah,
there's
well, I reckon.
six.
I mean, the only foolish thing to do would be to only take one chip and then do engineer. I mean,
Yeah.
But who would do such a thing?
Yeah, that's the only dumb thing to do. Place
Yep.
an ownership marker on the track.
Will do.
All right, so we have built, and now, before we move, now, the rules do say specifically on deurbanization, if the player forgets to claim the action, they lose it. So remember, before we move,
need to
to
be
do
overnight.
this. So this is the one reminder that I will give. Don't forget, if you choose this, you got to call for it. So go ahead, Martin, take your cube off the board. I would recommend that.
Yeah,
purple
no,
one.
I think
Well, the question is, who do I? It's early in the game. Who do I need to screw up most? Now, Edward is obviously the most experienced player. So,
Yes.
despite him giving us a nice little mulligan to begin with to make us give a chance, he is still the danger man. On the other hand, Jess is still Jess, and Jess didn't win the last game I played against him. For to lose 2 games in a row, I don't think I've ever seen
it
that
could
happen.
be a streak, Martin. It could
I
be a
know.
streak.
It's so taking
I
that
have-
yellow
I
one
have-
off to
I
kind of
have-
give her an early disadvantage could be a good
I have
move.
bad things.
Honestly, I'm the one you should be focused on, I think, for right now at least.
He's about to bump up.
Well, yes, that's true. So what's going
You'll
to
have plenty of
harm
opportunity
Edward
to get me.
most? Well, the short term, he's got plenty of these 1-point moves. None of those is a 2-pointer. And he's got 3 1-point options, so they're not particularly satisfying. The yellows could be very interesting for him in the long term, so that could kind of hurt him a bit in the longer term. And I'm not going south, because I'm going north. I'm not going south. So actually, I think I'm going to kill
Yep.
yellow.
I think that's a good long-term idea. All right. So deurbanization is done. Just don't forget you get a +1 delivery if you wish. That said, we now deliver. Since nobody took first move, we do so in turn order. And you know what? Let's go ahead and this cube is blocked 1 or 1 no matter what. So let's just go ahead and take that out. Whereas these don't necessarily have to go there. They can possibly go up north there. That's you, Martin.
That's
All
okay.
right,
I'll look at
there.
it in a moment.
All right, cool. There. So that is a 1 bump there, and done. Green, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to use mine for the yellow.
Yep.
So that gives it.
So that's 1, 2.
Yeah.
So 2 for green, Martin, please.
Well, I might as well do the obvious purple one now.
Okay.
Put it through.
And remember, in lieu of
Moving.
you can bump your loco if you so wish. I do not wish to, so I will go ahead. And it doesn't matter, red and blue are identical in this case, so we will go 1 there. So yellow will jump up. And green, what are you doing?
I'm going to bump one more. And do
Okay,
that.
1 for green.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Martin.
I will do the loco and bump up one.
Nope, other way. This one.
Yep.
There you go.
Sorry.
No worries, no
Ooh.
worries. No worries.
If we
That's
could
the loco marker.
use that locomotive move twice, I could have gotten one more. But
All right, alas.
Yep.
All right.
special
Once is
powers.
quite enough.
All right.
Special powers only once.
So collect income and pay expenses. We'll do this in turn order, and subsequent rounds we'll probably do this simultaneous. So I'm at 3 and 1, which means 4 minus 2. I owe $2. I have $2. Boom, done. And now we go to green. Green's at 4 shares plus 1. That's 5 minus 3. Jess owes $2.
Go, Rav. I could do that because I took the locomotive action, which on one move gave me a 2 delivery.
Yeah, that's the loco variant that we're playing with per everyone.
this map.
Yep. Okay, good. And then Martin,
I have 4 shares, 2 loco, which is 6 minus 1, play 5.
there we go. So if you notice now, if you take a look at everybody's money, I have none. I took the right amount of shares
Perfect planning.
by that rationale. Jess has 5, Martin has 9. They could have both gotten away with taking one
I
less
thought I
share.
could, yeah.
But
Yeah.
better safe than stupid.
Yeah.
You know, early on, there's nothing wrong with that. So ultimately, you paid 1 point for the mistake, which is not the end of the world. So now, no one took goods growth, so we roll the bones, and we'll do the white cities first. Go ahead, somebody roll.
Yep. Honestly, I wasn't sure how the auction was going to go. That's why I
Yep,
bumped
fair
it.
enough. What do
5,
we-
5, 4.
Okay, 4, 5, 5. So the white 5 is in Limerick, and the white 4 is in Dublin. There, and roll for the black cities.
Black cities, only 1s and 2s matter, and we have a 1.
And black 1.
Ooh.
There we go. All right, advanced turn marker.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, now we go in now to issue shares. Well, I have no money. Okay. So it makes it really hard to think out loud what you're trying to do because until after the auction is done for me. So can't do that. Can't do that. Not a bad idea. 3 shares. Yes, I know I should have taken 1 more share, Adam. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, that's true, Jose. He says, in my experience on this map, be careful being too confrontational with one player because then the third player kind of gets away and can run away with things. Yep.
All right.
How many shares would you
I'm
like?
trying. I'm counting. There's math
Yep.
involved.
Or simple arithmetic. if you will.
Arithmetic is
Right,
involved
all
with
right.
this. So, okay, that's that, but I'll owe.
So how many of y'all out there watching have never played Age of Steam? Curious. And then separately, for those that have, how many of you have never played Ireland? Hey, Mark, what's up?
Wow, this is nerve-wracking. Shaking. So when you upgrade these, it's just the terrain type, or
No, it's crossing track.
Oh,
right there,
crossing track.
depending on the terrain.
but it does depend on the
There you
terrain.
go. And again, I believe this was James that made these. James, part of the small council here.
Oh, really?
Which there's an, while you're thinking, please focus
No,
on what
it's
you're
fine.
doing. There's an Easter egg here for heavy cardboard related Easter egg. The stamp that he put on this is the birth of heavy cardboard. It's the first podcast right here, June 6, 2014. So I appreciated that he did that. And these are on BGG, by the way. So
Okay, I'm going to take one.
okay.
Oof, I'm really scared about this.
Good. You should be. You are never comfortable playing.
No,
Age
this
of
is very
Steam.
uncomfortable.
And if you are comfortable, you're playing it wrong.
Oh,
Martin's
so tight.
considering, can I get away with no shares?
No, 3.
Wow. Wow.
Take your $15. That's not. Remember, you can only build one of these
Oh, I know.
per round. Okay.
I know.
Wow. Remember, you're only allowed
I know.
15 by the end of the
I
game.
realise.
Okay. New auction begins. Start the bidding at 1.
2.
3.
He's ready to go all in on this, just so you know. You're done. I'm out.
All right. So $2 for Jess, $3 for Martin.
Okay.
Oh, Adam says they played the map last night. Nice.
Whew.
All right. So, Martin, it is your honor for which special ability you would
I'm going to
like.
shock you completely because I'm going to pick first build.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
That's defensive. That's smart. Yep. Make sure that I
That's
can't.
also
go
why I
last.
took so much money. I wanted to basically say, don't try auctioning against me, Sunshines, because I can outbid you.
I have the money.
That's awesome.
That was my
Okay,
plan.
this is interesting.
That's awesome.
That would save me some money.
All right. There's a
that.
good mix of y'all, but quite a few of y'all have never played Ireland. So, all right.
Stay with
They
my
seem stingy with the
plan.
glory to Rome's here between the two of them. I don't know what's up. I can't do that. That hurt.
Okay, I think I'm going to stay with my plan and do that again. Oh, am I really? I don't want to do that. I don't want you to do that. Oh, well, I'll do that one more time.
That sucks.
Oh, you can take engineer again.
It's not a bad one. I was actually what I was like.
That's the
do
only
I
trick.
do
The biggest problem with taking first build isn't so much the fact that it's only a defensive move. It means that all the good ones are out for everybody else.
I
Exactly.
know, right? So
So true.
So
So
it's-
looking at this, since you're going to be building up here, that kind of negates what I'm able to do there. A moment, if you will, please. 1, 2, 3. That's a 4. Four, 8. Shoot. No, I guess that works. 4, 8, 10 gives me a little bit of a fudge factor if I do that. I feel like I'm gonna hear. Where did that disc come from?
Oh, I used my. Doesn't matter. Slide it down.
Okay, all right.
I grabbed from here.
All right. I know people are going to lament me being an idiot on this, but I feel like helping myself is more important. So I think that's better. We'll see whether or not that or urbanization is the right call. So there we go. All right. Cool.
I usually feel that in a multiplayer game, you're usually better off helping yourself than hurting somebody else.
All right, Martin, first build. You're on.
First build. Any predictions as to what I'm going to do? Just out of curiosity.
He's like, I was not letting you get this.
Right.
FYI.
It's that one,
Yeah.
plus that one, and I think that one.
Yep. So $10.
$10.
$10 two.
Ha.
All right, J-Rex, you're up.
I
So
don't.
that's first build done.
Yep.
All right. I don't know if this is a good idea.
Oh yeah, don't forget, y'all, that Eagle Griffin, I think later on this week, is starting to Kickstarter
Oh,
for
I
Age of
could
Steam.
Yeah, that's going to be a
Just-
real puzzle for me, whether to go for it or not.
Do that. No, but that's going to have to.
Depending on the number of players that we get for the Age of Steam map that we're looking to do later on this month as well, depending on the number of players, we may try and do one of James's redraws that he's done, like maybe even the Game of Thrones map, which I think would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Game of Goats.
Game of Goats.
Yes,
So
Go
that's
Rob.
great.
St. Patrick's is a week from Sunday, and we are doing Irish Gauge on that day.
Wow. And then next time I'd be forced to do it. All right. So if you build a city, though, can it just be waiting, or does it
You
have
mean
to
a
be
town?
connected? Yeah, a town. Sorry, I call them
No,
cities.
you're fine. You
You
build
just
with
build it.
yeah, like.
But I have
by
to connect
itself.
to it. I know. That's the thing.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't connect to it. Like, it's your turn. So what are you thinking?
All right. I was thinking two things. So first, I thought I would just go here because then you guys would have to come through it
Oh, we
to
could
get
go
down
around.
to yellow. And then I was like, shoot, they could go around. So then I was like, well, I could just build there. Now you can't. Now I have yellow, and you have to use my yellow.
That is a possibility. More often than not, and I'm not saying that this isn't a case where you should do that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
More
but
often than not, you build your own routes. But like,
contiguous.
why not?
I mean, one thing you could do is you could build 1, 2, 3. Or you could do that but I would say it's unlikely that then you would get those. You can only build 3. And you want to probably make use of that as best you can. So I'm indifferent. I'm okay either way.
I already have that for what I'm going to move. That I'm
Okay.
not worried about. My route already has that, because nobody took deurbanization. So I'm not looking for goods right now. I'm looking for the best track lay for the future. And I feel like since you do get points for people using yours, it's nice to have people on their moves giving you income.
Sure.
So that was the initial thought here. And then, oh, right. And plus it is 3 points, right? Because 1, 2,
It's 4 points.
1, 2, 4 points. So that didn't seem like the worst idea
Track
in the
lane
world.
should be more about deliveries and less about the points. at this
Eventually,
point.
though, 4 is going to get a bunch of stuff.
But red and blue it's going to get, which is going there or there.
Yep.
For now, can't you add stuff in?
Sure, conceivably, if somebody wanted to.
not a
But
totally
as it is right
popular
now,
action.
red and blue are the
I
only
hear
ones
ya.
that are
So my
going.
dollar store was what I want to do. I really do think it's a good idea to go there, take the money every time you guys want to deliver a yellow. What?
Lucas gave me a glory to Rome. Or gave us
But
one,
it is a
whatever.
wait for the Age of Steam. So
And
It is a
then-
dark hole. There's 160, 180 maps. I spent
Upgrade that
$800
to
on a
crossing.
collection of like
Nope, that's only
130-ish
Wow.
of the maps.
Oh, I could do
Originals,
coexisting.
some of which are just impossible to get, which we're going to highlight.
cool.
Yeah, so.
You had showed me this. None of these come out of the same side, so they can't
Nothing
come out
ever
Right.
has.
of the
or
same.
the
Always
rules.
it throws people who haven't played
I'm
18xx
sorry.
as well,
I don't. Okay.
particularly when you're trying to get into
I
a
can
difficult
just-
town. I mean, some of these brown towns
Yeah.
are one entrance,
so
one exit.
this is when you start to see it. I'm like, now I can't get there, which is annoying.
Oh, you can. You got to
You-
come out
you
this
could loop
way.
Right.
way
No,
and
I
over.
mean, it's
Or
really,
you
really
go through- yeah,
mistakes were
right.
made. That's not a good idea now. There's
Gotcha.
other
Right.
things you should do besides
Pete,
spending
what's up?
money to.
Well, the good news, Pete, is it lives on the channel in perpetuity. You can watch it after the fact.
That can go there. That does nothing. That does nothing. I just want to see how that's going to be. I'm building that. I don't know.
Okay.
It means I can only build one other thing, so mistakes are probably being made, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'll take your income bumps if you ever want to deliver yellow.
That's a good bet, I think. You've now got a monopoly on the yellow
I like
ferries.
monopolies.
What else?
I know. I'm looking for one more to do. It's going to be a plane because the coexisting doesn't help me.
Don't forget that you're going to want to. So you're going
I want
to.
to diversify. What?
So your delivery.
Oh,
right?
I'll go right here for 2.
Okay.
Yep, heavy gamers like monopolies, they just don't like Monopoly.
That'll be
Right.
back
Exactly.
up. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
And put your ownership marker on it. All right. So my decision now is: do I build this or do I build this? I can afford that, but that's the extra stop, and the extra stop hurts me when it comes to being able to go 1, 2, 3 for right now. But later on, that blue cube will benefit there, whereas I could build it now and forego 1 delivery and bump up my loco. I'm going to bump up my loco for sure. And then I have these guys. I think I'm going to take the more expensive route, and my apologies to everybody in Wicklow. But yeah, so we're going to go 2, 6, 8, and 10. There we go. So $10 there. That's everyone building tracks. So I've built my 4. Jess has not done hers yet. And now we are moving goods, starting with Martin. You're up.
I will take a loco.
All right.
Bump up by
And J-Rex, what are you doing?
I'm going to double. this
Before
one.
you do that,
Why?
no, I'm not saying you shouldn't, okay? But now, it wastes this. Granted, I get that. But now that you have an ownership of that, another option, and I'm not saying you should, is you also can build over to be able to deliver it here, which may end up being more beneficial. Maybe not, because I built that.
See,
so
this
maybe not.
deurbanization makes that a fool's errand. I don't like to
Fair
get into
point.
a thing where
Yep.
you're just going to come and take it from me. So I'm looking more to the future of what's coming out that you can't take from me,
That's
because
a good point.
I don't
hadn't thought
trust
of.
y'all at all.
Fair enough.
So yes, I
Okay.
could just take this over, but you're going to, anybody
No,
who
I
does
meant
that.
for this for long term, but you're right. Somebody might take that. So to where you're right. Go ahead. Do your 2 delivery.
Yeah. Is that the 2 that I'm going to do? I know the... Because I could just do that one too as the 1 and leave this one for me. That's a 2. I'm just deciding which 2 I do. I do like your plan. I mean, you're probably going to take it from me, but there's so many you could take. So,
You also have the black one, right?
right? For my 2, I'll do that one. So that takes that off. You already did that.
Okay. There you go. All right. And second move, Martin.
So for me, it's a choice of which of these 3 moves to do. I can take either of these. Or I
Nice.
could
Take care,
this
Lucas.
purple.
Thanks.
I don't think it matters. None of them seem to be in great competition. I don't think there's any particular one that's going to be more targeted for a bit of slice and dice deurbanizing later on. So I'm going to go with a purple 1 just because.
Purple 1.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you have. Oh, my bad. Yep. Purple
1,
3.
2, 3. Yes.
All right. Wait. Oh, we skipped my move. Ha. My move was going to have
Before you were
been
going to
that.
pass.
Yeah, no, my bad. That was my first one, and my second one now will be 1, 2. So 2 for yellow, please.
Yep.
All right, pay your expenses. Josh, you're at 6 minus 5.
Don't I get to move my second one? That was the one I moved.
Indeed.
Oh, I jumped
we're
you. I
all
skipped
over
you.
the place.
Sorry.
Yeah.
my
We're all
bad.
skipping everybody.
Yeah, I have not moved my second one.
All right.
So it's just a 1. I'll do this guy.
Hey, James.
So 1.
Okay, 1 for green. All right, now pay our expenses. By the way, it was you with these, right, James?
6
all
and
right.
6.
Yep. So congrats, you lose no money. First one. And Martin, where are you?
I'm 10 minus 4, which is 6.
There you go. Well done. And I'm at what am I? 8 minus 4, $4.
So yeah.
There we go. All right.
I mean, you did that to leverage. You did well.
No,
That
I'm
was
happy with it. I was toying
Yes.
with getting 4. I was thinking,
You were
I
good with
really
your
want to
3
make
jump.
sure I win this bid.
Yes.
I want to totally intimidated because I think that's critical. If I didn't get that link,
That was well done.
I'm going to
no
be really
doubt.
screwed.
All right, roll the bones. Doing
Go ahead.
white.
You got it.
White cities.
White cities.
Devil in the
I
White
have
City.
1, 2, 5.
1, 2, and 5. So 5. Is that? Yep. There. 2 up there. And
Yep.
1 up there. All right.
No.
There you go.
This one.
And black cities. 1s and 2s are all that matter.
2 2s.
There and there. Asher, so this loco, we're playing with the variant, is that instead of foregoing both of your moves to bump your loco, this allows a +1 delivery on one of your things. Having done some reading up, that's how the majority of the world plays it, based on Richard something or other's design on Japan. There you go. Yep, there you go.
We need to pin that one to the thing.
I know, right?
Anyone coming in is going to be thrown.
There we go. All right, how many shares? Blue.
I've got to decide on shares first. That's
And
a pain.
Jess, you're on deck. Because otherwise they say this is never taken. There is no use for this
6.
action whatsoever otherwise. Hey, say it. And yeah, that's kind of what we were thinking with the lunchtime stream here, doing a real game. Not that you know what I mean, a bigger game during the lunchtime stream. It's not lunchtime, it's just a bigger game during lunchtime. Hey Joel, what's up? Hey, gonna be recording the top 50 tonight, so you'll have that to you late tonight, all right? Yes.
I'll take a couple.
All right. And J-Rex?
2.
She says with confidence.
Not at all.
Question mark.
2. Wait, let me do one more count. 1, 4, 8. Yeah, I'll do 2.
Seven. Three shares.
Oof.
All right. Turn order bid. Martin, you're up. Darren, I'm not sure if the loco variant is just for Ireland. That's what I was reading in the forums on that. All right.
I'm going to bid 1.
There's no shame in passing.
Thank you.
Take care, Pete. But the problem with the base loco is your income just doesn't move up ever. If
I'll
you
bid
do
2.
that. 3.
Pass.
I'm fine with
Okay. Jess?
So that would let me have. That might be good. Can't you just deliver an extra good? That'd be awesome.
No, that's the other map. That's the other map. No.
All right, so then.
All right, Ward, we'll try and tell you what cube and how far it's moving, all right?
I mean,
There
it
you go.
kind of is the other map, because if that did work the other way, where it just bumped you,
Right.
it gives you 2 goods and
Right,
the bump.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Martin?
I hear you.
Well, you're giving me no choice but to take the
Don't do it, Martin.
asshole,
Be nice.
It's more the PG rated
Yes.
stream today. So.
Yeah.
All right,
Gosh
so
darn shucks.
all right, so I'm building. So it's going to cost me
That's perfectly normal English in Britain. I mean, we say it all the time.
We wean them with that word.
Exactly. That's why I'm using it with a British pronunciation, you see.
Yeah.
So as the Americans won't be
I
offended.
mean, it is the whiskey on the gums in Ireland. We are playing.
I am really unpleased right now.
Why? Nothing has happened to you.
I'm an idiot. That's why.
Okay. I was like, we've done nothing to you. You didn't do a thing.
There's $4 for that.
No, well, you can't have that.
Oh.
Why are you coming in my area?
Okay, so. A moment, real quick. No, wait. No, that's why I took the extra share, right? I think I'm okay, actually. Maybe I'm not an idiot. A moment. No, I'm safe.
Calculator?
Nope. $4. $4 more dollars. And yeah, that was it.
All right.
There. And there.
Oh, if I do that,
Done.
I can do a 3
JRX?
and a 2. But do I want to do that? Or
Yeah, that's
that?
funny. Yeah, the HC pose, like they could do
7.
bingo, make bingo cards, like the first HC pose. So yeah, that's funny. That's
Yep.
funny.
It's the way of it.
So if you can you change one of these tracks?
You can
Upgrade it, but it's yours.
Right.
Can you connect in?
No,
Oh, okay.
because the only options
change
that you
mine,
have.
though.
No, hold on. Anybody can change that to this tile, for instance.
Yeah.
But that
Could
doesn't
change
connect.
it to that, but you're never going to tie into that link.
No one's going into Rosslare other than Edward. He has totally dominated Rosslare.
Yeah, here.
I see.
There's no way to get into here except
Right, because
paying
they're
me.
crossovers.
exactly.
There's only ever one track on one edge, and there's no
Exactly.
joining or splitting of tracks.
Which is
So-
unlike in 18XX.
And I think even people who haven't played 18XX have been confused by that from my experience. So I think it's a common
You didn't
problem.
ask, and I'm not really necessarily explaining to you, Jess, but somebody could go from Dublin to come down here to Waterford, and then to be able to get out from Dublin at that point would have to go here and then through one of these or across one of these 3 tiles to come out.
Oh, okay. So you're playing it to go under or over
Yes,
to
yeah,
get to
that's the-
somewhere else.
right, to grandmother's
I
house
see
you
it.
go,
To
exactly,
grandmother's
yes.
house you go. All right.
That's a
I want to get
bingo.
up there. That's 6. I don't see any reason to go that way for 7.
Thanks, Adam.
I don't think. No.
You are incorrect, say it. I'm not saying that isn't coming. What I'm saying is that's not what you think it is.
That's not
That's
what
the
you think
extent
it
of the
is.
hint that anyone is
All
going
right.
to get.
I'm only laying 2. Am I being efficient or stupid? I don't know.
That's not abnormal.
All right.
Not you being inefficient,
So
stupid, but the laying of
Yeah,
two tracks.
that would be pretty
I
abnormal.
didn't. I wasn't going there. All right. So this
And
is.
the first bang of the head on that shelf.
I'm covering.
Ouch.
He was just trying to back away really
Yeah, he was,
far,
yeah, he
so
was,
we didn't get
right.
backlash. $6 for that.
Ownership marker.
Yeah.
All right.
Why were you like, wow, $6? I mean, I could have gone like
Oh,
that,
no,
but
no,
7
no, you're
doesn't
fine.
seem.
No, you're fine. All right, Martin, build.
Can you predict my build?
Oh, undefined. The cities are not in the game. That's why you haven't seen it.
Yep.
That's one of the quirks of the Ireland
Yep.
expansion.
So, guess my build. Time for everybody.
James, you'll know, but that's it.
Here it comes. And that'll be 7.
It's one of your benefits, James. You get to know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Being a
Volunteer, and
small
you get
council
to know
and volunteer.
things.
Put 2 ownership markers.
Oh, yes, 2 ownership markers.
There are perks.
Okay, all right. That's everyone building.
Oh, I have a question, though.
I have an
Yes,
answer though.
What is that?
When I'm building in a town like this,
Yes.
do I always do this and then upgrade to a multi-slot, or can I multi-slot right away?
If you wanted to pay the extra dollar,
Yeah.
you can do
I
so.
will
yes.
multi-slot right away.
Yeah. See. Yeah. That's a good idea.
So
Because just $1 now versus later, it would be more.
Which way is it? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. Yep.
It's $4, so it's an extra $1.
And I get an extra.
There you go.
Dongle.
Yep.
But you have to take care of that next time, or that dongle
Oh, yeah.
goes away.
No,
No,
that
this
will
still
be
goes
taken.
on.
No, there's no need. Basically, what it does is it shows the circle. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But it's so it's.
I got you undefined. All right, cool. All right, so we're starting deliveries. Okay, so we're going to start deliveries.
Ah, yes. I've got to remove a yellow cube.
Oh, you remember.
The question
See,
is, doesn't
I'm so
really matter
nice.
which one goes. I think take it out of Dundalk. It's the same amount of damage either way.
By the way,
The nice thing on that is you hurt both of us at the same time, because I would get.
That's
a
the point.
benefit.
If I kill,
I'm good with that. It hurts
kill
you
yellow
more,
cubes, it's
me a
good.
little bit.
I really want to stream both the brasses, the new brasses. That way we
Yay.
get a proper pronunciation from a proper
for Birmingham.
for Birmingham.
I can't guarantee proper pronunciation for Lancashire, just that it'll be better than yours.
That's good enough.
I would hope. Who invited this guy?
The fact that it's true makes it hurt less. Like
Right,
you're
right,
just
right,
like,
right,
but
right.
yes.
All right, so I'm gonna loco for my first delivery done. And Jess. Yep. There's the dangling pointer.
Yes,
We're
the
off.
dangling pointer. Yes.
I am
we have
gonna
it.
logo for my first delivery.
I don't program in C though, so I don't have that
Yes,
problem
Bill,
anymore.
that's exactly right. What? Loco?
Short hands.
T-Rex.
Arms.
Well, you have a way.
I know I should. That is not. I
Right.
will not be able to get that.
Martin, you're up.
Indeed I am.
That
another
is,
game.
yep. The green dots are on here for when we have multiplayer and we're using red for the colorblind. Yes.
We all
Yep.
did a thing.
All right. I haven't done this to every game that we own, but for Age of Steam, since I know it's going to make recurring occurrences or appearances on this. All right. So for next delivery now,
Oh, I have planned poorly.
I like hearing that.
Okay.
So I will go.
Oh, right. No,
One,
I'm fine. I did that.
2, 3, moving the blue cube out to England and Wales for those on the train in the UK there, so they can hear that. 3 for yellow, please.
Yep. I did wrong there.
Thank you. And J-Rex, you're up.
3 for this. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Which I only have 2, but I have the
So
locomotive.
there you go. So 3 for J-Rex.
1, 2, 3.
And you, sir.
We'll go. This cube is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and go all the way to Scotland. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Martin's in really good shape right now. I feel like.
A blue cube that likes deep fried pizza.
Was that both the deliveries?
Yep.
Right?
Because
It was, right?
we all
Okay.
locoed the first
Oh,
one,
that's
I
right.
think.
There you go. Okay, so collect your income. So I'm at 7 minus 12. That'd be 5. Last I checked. There we go. Done. And y'all?
9-9.
Still breaking even. And Martin?
I'm at 13 less 8, which is 5.
There we go. Well done. Roll the bones. Going for White Cities. By the way, Devil in the White City, excellent
It is.
book.
Excellent book. 2 5s and a 6.
Nope, no fives.
Just 1 6.
This is White 6 right there.
Cool.
Okay, and 1s and
Blacks.
2s.
Woo.
Nope, nothing.
Another roll.
All right.
Yep.
Advance the turn marker and auction, or I'm sorry, shares. Okay. So now, there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think I'm. Wow. Okay.
Okay, that's only 5.
1, 2, 3. What I'm doing is I'm looking at cubes and roots right now and where it is that I'm trying to build. And what do I need to build? Two shares, done.
6. Okay, so that gets it 6. And that. So that would be 2, 3, 7. I guess.
Happy to help, Bill.
wish I
We
could
do what
get
we can when we
over
can.
there.
So,
That's so far.
and I see there's a ton of patrons that are in the chat. Really, guys, I really appreciate the support, helping me being able to do this full time. So thank you very much for the support over on pledgehc.com. Thanks, y'all. And hopefully you guys feel like it's worth it, and you guys are rewarded with the content. So really, really appreciate it.
2, 4, and 3, 7. 2.
And Martin? 4 or 5? No, I'm kidding. All right.
I think I'm going to be gentle and just go for 2.
All right. So 331383 PC said, I wonder if Martin's going to go 1 or 2 shares. Go risky, go 2, or go 1. He said, but nope, went with 2. There we go.
I'm not
He did say
good at the
playing
risky
it
thing
safe.
because I'm terrible at arithmetic and I know I'm going to make mistakes. So
Right.
I have to kind of cover for myself.
A moment, real quick, before I place my first bid. First bid will start at 4.
Ooh.
Pass.
Interesting. So Jess passes.
There you
I'll
go.
pass as well.
All right.
So why did Edward want Jess to go last this round?
No, it wasn't necessarily that. It was to make sure that I got that.
That's why you wanted me to go last this round.
No,
But then you'd build up slowly.
right.
I wasn't taking that this round anyway.
Mark V, oh yes, first live stream
not a bad
since
one,
the
though.
compressor with both Martin and Jess, aka the real test.
This is the. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, how is
Since
it
this
working?
is
Right.
the real test.
All right.
Yep.
I'm last, so you get to pick
Yep,
next,
Martin.
Martin. won't even
We
look
went
yet.
for Loco. Oh, no, you went for Loco.
Yeah, I did.
Ah, well, I'm going to do what I normally do.
Okay.
Now, don't forget about these. Just as reminders, production happens before we roll the roll
But
the
it
dice.
adds into there.
And it adds into there or there in open spots.
No.
Turn order basically guarantees second for free, is what it does. Building track, building first move.
I'll do engineer.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So nobody took first build, so that's going to be me. Excuse me.
Yes.
Oh, actually, there. I feel like the coastal
You really did
builder
go.
here.
Yeah.
Well,
there.
both of us.
Oh, yeah, right.
Coast huggers.
So that's going to be $4. Done. You know, hold on. Yeah, done.
Yep, well,
Good, Alexander. Glad to hear it. Thank you.
$4 and done for me as well.
And glad to hear. All right.
$4 done.
J-Rex.
Do what I was thinking then. This guy over here. And what? Yeah.
You could do that if you wanted. Because it only has 2 exits. So you don't have to pay for more.
Yeah, no, I don't need to pay for more because I can just do
Right.
that now. But yeah, I had been thinking about doing more.
No worries.
So that's 3, 7.
Yep. And you can build one more if you wish.
Right. I will have the money for it. Where?
You guys enjoying it? For those of y'all that have not played Age of Steam, are you able to follow along? Everything making sense? And by the way, the sequence of play on the play rate, that's actually what we're following.
That wouldn't be
Although
bad.
step 6 and 7 technically are actually done at the same time. Collect income and paying expenses.
You know I'm coming, but that's fine.
Hold on.
Can I do that?
Actually you cannot do what you just did there.
Why?
So good call. You would have
Good point,
to
yes.
do,
You have to do it the
hold
other way
on.
around.
Has to go this way.
Yeah, because there's the black line.
Black lines. They're
Oh, I didn't see the
impassable.
black lines. Okay.
Yep.
That
Which means nothing else
So that's
can go
not
in.
what I'm doing because of that. So let's change that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. No worries.
Yeah, it is a confusing thing. Same kind of stuff's going on over here.
Yep.
It's all these coastal cities.
Yep. Good catch.
Actually gonna go like that.
Adam. Yep.
And in there, and then I can do that.
You're never gonna get into this city.
Oh, I didn't see the block. Oh, that really does change.
That's a
things.
bugger, isn't it? You
I
just
didn't
can't
notice
do a
that.
circular loop around there at all.
No.
Now, similarly, I can't do a circular loop here, but
Sorry,
right.
Bantry. They have all the
That'll be
access they're going to get. So that's a
Well-
total of 7 so far.
Yeah, this wasn't there. Jerk.
Take care, Yoda.
All right, so there's
Oh,
those. That's
happy
7.
birthday to your son. How old is he?
What other one can I do?
Where is Dover?
Dover, England.
Oh, that's over on the in England. Yeah.
I kind of
Cliffs
want
in
to do
Dover.
this.
Is what we're
one.
talking about. Yeah,
Oh,
right. Yeah.
No white cliffs
Right.
on.
I already paid my
island.
7, right? Yes, I paid my 7. So I have 6 left.
Supposedly really beautiful, this west coast.
Yeah.
I've never been, but it's supposed to be spectacularly nice.
I don't want to do... Those are just stuck there.
Oh, good, Bill. All right. Just know that the locomotive action we're playing the variant on. That's all. Yeah, when you guys, if
not
you
worth
do
that.
back the Kickstarter for Eagle, make sure to tell them where you heard about Age of Steam from, please.
No, I'm gonna. I don't see anything.
That's it? All right, done. All right, we're going to then move into delivering goods, Martin.
Well, it's, oh yes,
The last
oh, yes.
reminder I'm going to give for that.
No, I think it's only fair for reminders to be given out. Another yellow cube bites the dust.
All right. So deliveries now.
And you notice I took it from here because 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Edward's going to go up 4, so I might as well start removing his high-level things. Not that I'm against Edward or anything. I'll pick on Jess later on if I get the chance. Maybe.
That. Right, that was it. This purple cube is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 using Loco, and I'm at 3, so I can go 4. So 4 for yellow, please.
4 for yellow.
Nothing wrong with it.
It's on the threshold. Oh, of course, the threshold.
Oh.
Those black things. Yeah, there is something wrong with it. All right, back up.
Okay, back up. Yep, I see it. Thanks, Adam.
Oh, that's really annoying.
You want to?
You just take all that off. Take your $7 back.
No, I'll just pay for this. I've been planning it the whole game, and I do not have time to fix it, so this is what's happening.
Oh, so just pay the extra $2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mistakes were made.
Okay, there we go. All right, cool. We're good. There you go. Okay, so I got my bump. Notice I crossed the threshold, so we will finally have income reduction, and I am done. Martin, you're up.
Now that's a thought, because I was not used to the income reduction, thinking, oh, what should I do? I was thinking I was going to do the 4 black, but actually it might be better off just to do a 3, right? Because then I'll finish on 10. I wouldn't have any income reduction.
Usually the general rule is 10's better than 11, but 12 is better than 10.
Yep, so I think I'll do that then. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. No, 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, I'm there. Okay, so no. Give me the red cube back.
Okay, I got you.
Told you I couldn't do arithmetic. I'll do this black one instead. So it was here, right. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 to Londonderry.
All right. Somebody said that's an unintentional political statement. I do not understand the reference.
It's again the Protestant Catholic thing, whether it's Derry or Londonderry.
So
The London bit is kind of the clue.
So you guys are going to move back too.
We will after income, after we get our income.
So you'll get the 2, but then you'll move back.
Correct. Don't be afraid of that. If you
Why would you not be afraid of that? It's not good.
If you're only going to do a 2 delivery, then sure. But if you're going to do multiple deliveries, if you end at 12 or higher, it makes no sense to be afraid of it. Because math.
Can't. 2.
I'm just going to take a quick break.
All right.
2.
For reasons.
Remember, it's the bigger one. There you go. You got it.
Got it.
All right. I'll do this one. Wait, how was I going to get more? Oh, you thought I was going to connect in, which I can't do. 1, 2. Okay.
Okay. So 2 for JREX. And back to me. My Loco's at 3. So I will go 1, 2, 3 there. And we wait for Martin. But go ahead, think yours through. Go ahead.
You just do 2.
Yeah, you can. That's fine. It's not going to affect anything. So 1, 2 to the black. There.
Wrong person.
Yep, it is. First in my heart, third in player order. There you go. All right. All right. Take care, Jeff. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's Pancake Day? Pancake Day. Is that a UK only thing, Tony, or is it Pancake Day?
I don't know. I had pancakes yesterday.
I
still
have
extra
not had pancakes yet. I need pancakes if it's Pancake Day around the world.
Sorry, I should have brought you pancakes.
Seriously, you have failed me today. I make coffee. You provide pancakes.
I didn't bring them. I'm sorry.
Oh. All right. At your leisure, sir. It is your second move. We've done both of ours already. Just moved a black across here, and I moved a red up to there. So
I've done both of mine, because the first one was a Loco and the second one was the 4-point black move.
Oh, okay, easy enough.
Oh,
You sure?
that's true.
I don't think you've
I haven't, in which case the second one will be a loco.
Now, are you sure you want to do that? Because you're paying the tax for that being your second move.
I agree, but on the other hand, I've got to get up to 6 somehow, and I ain't going to get it except through 5.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so that's done. So get your income. I'm at 14. I'm at 14. I'm break even.
5, 11, 16.
13 and 9, so I make 2.
Jess,
4.
2, 9, 11. Looks like it. Yep, Jess makes $2. Congrats on the first one to actually show profit. All right, and Martin?
I'm 16 minus 12, so I'm owing 4.
All right. So now, back 2, back 2, back 2, and roll the bones. 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4.
So 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and ones or twos? Can't
No
see.
1s or 2s.
Okay, all right. That's it. And shares. Radio. One share. Martin?
So, calculate where I am. I've got 10 income. I've got 16 in expenses. So, assuming I don't move anything, which is highly unlikely, I'm down 6. I always like to feel like I want enough to cover that. So then, where do I build? So then the building question gets interesting. Obviously, I've had my eye on these cubes on the west coast here,
Right.
which will get whittled down if somebody takes the arsehole urbanisation. But even so, I can get up. I will hit 6 next time, so should be able to. And there's plenty of them, so we'll get a 6 delivery off those. That's what I've been working towards, is to try and get as many of those as I can before they all go. But then I kind of want to think about moving somewhere else, because these aren't going to last till the end of the game. We've got 4 rounds left. So then the question is where to go. It's a puzzle. And do I want to build now or wait a little while while my financial situation improves? Because my financial position at the moment is a little bit fraught due to all the spending I was doing earlier on. So, knowing I've got 6 out, I ought to do a 6 delivery, so I'm probably going to be even. I could get away with no shares at all, but I do feel like I want to build something.
Track his points.
Indeed it is. So I think I might want to build 1 or 2. Not sure I want to build all the way.
Yeah, for what it's worth, Jess, I forgot about that too, because I was thinking about doing that before you built that. So, yeah, couldn't have done it. Anyway.
I think I'm going to do 2.
Ooh.
2 or 1? I'm even with a 6, aren't I? 6 and 16 would keep me even.
That puts you at 17.
And that would make it 17. I'd get 5, which is not enough to do what I want to do. No, it has to be 2. It has to be 2.
All right. J-Rex?
Spending the money. Hopefully.
4 or 5 shares.
No, why would I need to do that much?
It's a joke.
Okay.
Because that would put you ahead of me. That's why.
7, 9, 1.
All right. Auction time. I'm going to start the bidding at 1.
I'm happy to pass.
Jess?
Pass.
That worked out. Jess?
This is such a question. I could do that, and then next time. I hope I get that again. Or do that and that. Okay.
And Martin.
I'll do the usual then.
All right, so first build is me. I'll be honest, I don't have a whole lot of ideas on this one. Is there a reason to build that? I don't see it.
That's a 4.
Don't see a reason. Oh boy.
Oh, that's so gross.
I agree.
Or I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's,
$6.
I hate you.
There's a board for that.
Nope, just hate you. That sucks.
Yeah.
Done. Jess?
That really sucks.
Yeah, I think so, Eric. I think it's just for aesthetic, more or less, because that spot's essentially wasted. Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
You could
4.
squiggly out to build it longer if you wanted, I suppose. Yep.
Yeah, it is kind of an odd spot, isn't it? There's no point going there.
Yep.
Might as well just remove it. Wouldn't make that map of Ireland any less accurate. You could take that one out as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, there's no need for it.
Could make life a lot less confusing if you did.
Right.
Adam saying you got this, Jess.
I do not, Adam. So all my plans to get 5 or 6 have been thwarted, and I don't see a way to recover to do those. Or can I just take small moves at this point? I'm trying to see something that will save it, but I do not. I do have that Netflix list I could go watch. So I needed this, and I was going to build up it around so I could take it and get over here to black. Without that, I can't even get to 5.
What about building up this way?
It doesn't do anything. That gives me a blue. I don't have blue.
Still 1 on mine, 5 for you, or 4
Nope,
for you.
it's only 4, and I have plenty of way to get to 4. I
Gotcha.
needed a way to get to 5 or 6, and that was my only recovery to do so. So I have plenty of ways to get to 4. It was trying to get to 5 or 6. So without that, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
I see a 6.
6. You're gonna take it though by the time I get there.
You're going the wrong way. Here, you got these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I can't get them for a while. I guess.
Well,
it's
you
just
got a
put up
little
for-
while till you can get to 5 or 6 anyways.
That's the problem, though. I hear you. Just trying to figure out
No,
a
you're
move
fine,
that
you're
actually.
fine.
I'm
Just-
not fine, but I don't know what to do. Because you see that that's 5 away, right?
Well, you got 4 of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can only go 1 loco per round.
I understand. All right. 2.
Yeah, it's really slow going only 1 loco around, isn't it? Go on, get there, get there.
I know. It's like, get out, I'll push. That's fine.
9. Are these piece limited?
No, there's a bunch over there.
Oh, you have them.
Tons,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Apparently, Kevin is much more popular than Mullingar.
How do you? I need
gentle.
a piece.
General here and a straight.
I'm gonna straighten up.
There you go.
Put a $1 in it.
$9. All right, that's there. And build, Martin.
My build. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody wants to come to Athlone.
I heard it's the place to be.
Clearly.
And put your ownership markers on it.
Oh, sorry. I take that back. I had figured this out. I don't want to go through that city, which might sound strange, but there is a reason for it.
Let me grab some of these for over. There we go. All right, and ownership marker singular.
Same price.
All right.
Because of the river.
2, 3. I will loco my first move. Green.
I'll loco.
Blue.
Loco.
All right, then using this, we're going. 1.
Oh, actually, no. Urbanize. I get to de-urbanize.
Okay, go ahead.
Yellow cube removal. Remove yellow cubes. Edward's on 4. He's got loco. He can 5. He might even pull a 6 off. So what's his longest route? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like Londonderry's going to go. That's one. Oh, but I would get a point for Londonderry, so maybe I'll get rid of this one.
All right. This red is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the loco. Done? Jess?
So I can go 3.
I'm picking on Edward's ones up here because I reckon they're fighting for them down there.
Makes sense.
So
No.
I don't need to get involved in a fight, especially in Ireland.
That's
So
2.
I'm definitely playing the North
Thought I had a
Ireland route
3.
here.
Maybe I only have a 2. 1,
I see a
2.
4.
I know, I don't see a 2. I thought I had a 3, but I don't think so. 1. Nope.
I see a lot of 4s.
Yeah. I'll just do this one. 1, 2.
And Martin.
Start milking my 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Brutal. All right, so income. I'm at 17. You know what this is, folks? Pure, unadulterated profit, right there, baby. 17 minus 16. You're treading water?
Mm-hmm.
Like a duck under the water, right? Calm as fine on the surface. And what'd you get, Martin?
19 minus 16, so I have to pay 3.
Okay.
I'm still a loss maker, but the investment. Look at the investment.
Right.
Back to, and roll the bones.
Bone rolling.
All right, I told people we'd do this, and I've totally forgotten that. Here, just lift straight up.
Oh God.
That
What do we
was
got?
no.
4, 5, 6. So there you go. Hold on.
Ooh.
There. 4.
4, 5, and 6.
There, and there's no 5 and 6 there. 1 and 2. Is that you?
1s and 2s. Nothing.
What?
Is that you? Phone.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. All right.
Oh, shit.
All right. Next round. Shares. Last one. Hopefully. There we go. Jess?
I'll take 2.
2. All right. And Martin.
I think it might be time for me to rest on my laurels, but I've got to
Hey,
watch
Shaz,
my money.
welcome.
Yeah.
It really does, doesn't it, Asher?
Going to drop. Oh, we've
already done that.
We've done the drop.
Yep.
So 14. I'm definitely going to get 12, another 12 income, so I'll be on plenty. Yeah, I think I'm going to sit pat for the moment. I can't see where I want to build, so no, I'll sit pat.
Okay. All right, so the auction. And I should point out that only completed links count. Any dangling track doesn't count at the end of the game, okay, for points. A moment.
Oh, thank you, Undefined.
I'm going to pass.
Ooh, interesting.
Jess?
He's doing a Greg. I know what the right one.
I know, right? Yeah, right.
I'll pass.
Wow.
You go
Wow.
first. I've
All right. So what's it going to be, Martin? Jess?
It's a defensive use of a
you were going for that no matter what.
Well, the others don't really benefit me hugely at this point. I can't even. I could summon up a 7-point move. I keep forgetting you can do that now. But I really want to try and reduce any attempt to remove my beautiful 6-point cubes that so want to go to Scotland.
Start building.
Done.
All right, Jess.
I have the perfect network.
I have the perfect network. It is done. It is complete. 6 for that. And I don't know if I want anything else. Not with this amount of money, I don't. I think that's it. I don't see anything else I can do. I'd like to lay some more track. Oh, these are, but that's, I'd have to change that, right?
No, you come out from the mountain.
I can't afford to do that. I was like, oh, but I can't.
But these 3 sides are all blocked off.
Right. But you can upgrade. I guess I don't understand. Oh, no,
You can
no, because it's
upgrade
gonna
to
cross.
come in up there if you wanted them, which is far more expensive than going through the mountain.
No, you have to go through the mountain. I forget there's no bypass.
You can go $4
Junctions.
and then lollipop for $6 if you wanted.
Oh, right. You can lollipop.
But bum.
Who loves you, baby? Or are you too young for that?
That's
And
Telly
then-
Savalas, right?
Yeah.
Hey, see? Not that young.
I mean, it's points, but it's not that many, right? It's just 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't do anything. Does that matter in this game? I've never seen it scored, so I don't know.
What?
The track, does it really swing
can,
like 2
depending
points
on-
in track?
it
But your money
can.
is your points. No? Right? No. This doesn't get counted, does it?
No, it doesn't. And so I guess I shouldn't have, I kind of set that up poorly at the very beginning. It's not. Money's a tool to get you income.
Okay, so it's only that income. So
Correct.
this doesn't count for anything.
Correct.
So getting that would at least buy me 2 points.
Tony, I was
I don't see anything
going,
else I
it
want
was
next
between
year.
that, and honestly, I didn't expect the auction to go for free in this. So I wanted to be able to use my money, but that was my fallback. So those were my 2 choices this round.
Oh, if I got that into there. 1, 2, 3,
That's awesome,
4,
Tony.
5. Those would be 5s, but I only have 2. I'll worry about that next time. So that would end up, if I end up going up twice next time, that triples, right?
Yeah, for negatively.
So going up an extra 1 costs you 3 points.
Yes.
So that 3 points isn't worth it. I'll stop.
You're done?
I guess, yeah.
All right, so I'll pay $6. And, excuse me, that. And that's $6. Done. All right, building.
Yellow cube removal time. Or something. All the yellow, I've really laid waste all of those yellow cubes.
Oh, I could have gone there.
Not sure.
If you want to, go for it. There's still lollipops left.
Because this was just way too expensive for
Do
that.
that 5, but he's only getting 4.
Oh, so once the lollipops are gone, they're gone?
Well, normally urbanization would open up lollipops, but we don't have that in this map. So yes, there are 3 lollipops.
That's annoying. All right, yeah, I will use that then.
Okay.
6. All right, that was the 6 from the 4. And that's...
$4.
2, 3, 4.
You grab some of those straights. There we go. Mark it, Jess. All right, Martin, where are you taking?
Yeah, that's not much really. It's as attractive as it was to take. I'll get rid of that one, I think. I mean, the main reason at this point to take deurbanisation is not to hurt you, but to prevent you hurting me.
You're up. First delivery.
First delivery! Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those 6 pointers kick in.
Yep. Jess?
Sorry. Bump me up.
Loco? 1, 2, 3, 4. Martin?
6 again. Same route, different coloured cube.
Jess?
Still wanting this deep fried pizza.
I can only go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess this one. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. Checks out. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I can go 5. Shit. I need to wake up.
All right. Which color was that?
I have locomotive blue from here. 1, 2, That's 4. There might not be any 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6.
Actually, hardcore, the first turn that moved to the north was just my last choice. I think the critical thing was the bit I did on the second turn, when I really determined I wanted to seize the top pieces. That, I think, was
I don't think
my
there is anyway. Just go. What did I do? It's
clear
4.
crunch point
I
for
don't
me.
have 5.
4. All right. Income and expenses, y'all.
Well, we're making a profit. Yay.
26, 19 plus 7 for you.
Yeah.
I'm at 23, 13,
Profit.
4. I'm plus 6.
16, 19, 16, 3.
Jess moves back 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now production for me. So that's done, and now this. Yellow and blue. There. In the blue. Done. Roll the white dice.
The dice will be rolled. I'll hold it above.
There you
How
go.
about
There
that?
we go.
So we have a 1, a 3, and a 2. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so white 1, white 2, white 3. All right, the black dice.
Black dice.
You
A
don't get.
1. 1, 1.
There we go. All right. Shares, Martin.
I don't need any issue any old stinking shares.
Hold on.
Oop.
Back her up. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. I counted yours twice. Go ahead.
I don't need no stinking shares.
All right, Jess. Hey, Banker Dave.
So, question: do you find
That's
people?
3 points.
Does this share limit hit people a lot in Age of Steam games?
Depends on the map.
Does on some maps.
There are maps where if you take a share, you're out of the game.
Wow.
7
Because
player.
that's one of the differences.
7 player
And that's 1, 2, 3.
Sweden or Netherlands or something like that that we played at HeavyCon. If you took a share, you're out of the game.
Towns only score for the
Correct.
track on the side that matches. So that's
Or
1,
that
2,
is
3.
is complete.
And it's going to cost me 3 points. Am I going to get anything else? I don't think there's anything else I can attach to. Four, 5, 6. Not worth it. None.
All right, I'm not taking any shares. So auction, starting with Martin.
1.
Jess?
2.
Didn't expect that. 3.
4.
Pass.
5.
7.
Yours. All right, so I'll pay my 5 for second.
You know what I'm doing. Yeah.
All right,
I don't want you taking any of my precious blue cubes.
there.
Precious blue cubes.
Yeah, you were losing one of those. There was no doubt. I waited one turn too long to do that. Shaz, Jess hasn't played it, and Martin's played a bunch of Steam, but no Age of Steam.
Yeah, which is why I asked about the shares, because in Age of Steam, because it's a negative income thing, there's no cap limit to how many shares you can take out during the course of the whole game. There's no way of tracking it.
Guess we'll add goods. See how that works.
All right, lay track, Martin.
I've got 2. What am I going to do with 2? I can actually do something with 2. I think I will. I'm going to take a little bit of dangly track because I like my dangling pointers.
And for me, I'll take the last lollipop.
Ah, jerk.
There's a board for that.
Nope. So you can't build with it hanging off, or you can and you just lose your dongle?
Right.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't really matter. Just build it and leave it.
Well, you lose the dongle, then somebody else can connect to it. You're basically giving them a tile for free.
Oh, that's what. Never mind then.
Oh, do you not? You don't have to start it.
Oh, I can't. I only got $1. I can't do it. I elect to not build. Go ahead, Jess.
Take off the lollipop.
Well, I figured she was going to.
It's probably
so.
going to get built.
Yeah, I know it's a brutal, but they're doing fine. They're both capable. Come on now.
I am not doing fine. He's a liar.
Jess not doing fine means she's not walking away with a win.
No. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Does that work?
Yep. Put an ownership and $4. All right. That's so. Then Martin, do your dirty work.
Dirty work. Oh, crikey! I've got to decide which bit of dirty work to do.
And then move one of your 6, bastard.
Yep. You knew that was going to come. Yeah, there's no dirty work left. There's anything really dirty? I can't really see anything really dirty to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that one can go.
Way to Rome. That's literally what I was about to just move.
Hey, I spotted it. That's good.
You suck.
You invited me. I like your bag, by the way.
Invited.
Nice bag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does it come with a game?
No.
I didn't think it would.
All right. Well, now what are we doing? I see 3 deliveries. I don't see 4 deliveries, though. Wow, that sucks. 1, 2, 3. Jess?
I'll bump up.
Martin? Take your last
Another
6, you
yep.
bloodsucker. I have failed with that so
Actually,
badly.
am I ever going to get more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 5. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess so. 1, 2, and 3. And Jess.
Trying. One, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. All right, get your income.
Oof.
15, I reckon. Yep, 34 less 19.
Edward has 4 plus 1 delivery. Did you remember he had plus 1?
Oh, I did not. So my 5, where was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So instead, that was a purple. Yeah. Purple, I think, was there. Instead, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So Jess gets 1, I get 1. So there you go. 26, 13, 4, 7. I get 9, make it 10.
Yeah, loco. Yeah, but he's got the loco action.
There.
Adam.
There we go. Yep.
What's the production thing that I get?
Well, get your, that's for cubes, but what's your income?
Whenever that
at?
happens. So 18 minus.
Get a buck. Got it.
How did? Okay.
All right. Pull 2 out of the bag. Where do you want them?
We're red at 6, I guess, and
Red at 6. Okay.
the other one at 5.
It's unfortunate.
All right, roll.
It's unfortunate the sixes haven't been coming out for you.
Yeah.
Bring it over here. So you,
Yeah, I will do. When I'm done. Roll first, then display.
well,
2
and on
fives
that
and a
note,
6.
So 5. Well done. And 6. There. And could you get a
A 1 or a
white
2. Oops.
or a black 2, as it were?
I can get complete set of freeze.
Yeah. Well, Whee! All right, cool. So there was that. Advanced penultimate round. Anybody taking shares? Blue?
I don't think so.
I'm not, Jess.
Yeah.
Okay. Auction. Blue.
1.
Two.
Pass.
3.
4.
5.
Pass.
Okay. Got it at 5.
I'll pay my 4. Martin, what action?
That's a good choice, actually. I was instinctively bidding because I'm so used to bidding.
4.
And the deurbanizer is less important now. I've got my West Coast things sorted out. I have other cube targets. They're not as important as those were. I'm not too worried about cubes being removed. Engineer, yeah, well, I'm not really into building track at this point. Locomotion, I can't really see any 7s that are going to be beneficial to me because even my six moves I have are already going. So yeah, I'll keep the urbanization just in case somebody's got something clever in mind.
All right. Building. Martin?
Yeah, I thought I might do a little since I've got a bit of cash burning a hole in my pocket. I think I'm going to a little wiggle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then anywhere else that looks like it might be cool. God, this map is crowded, isn't it?
Can you imagine it also plays at 4?
Yeah, I bet that's pretty brutal. I
Yeah.
think I'm going to hold it on that.
Oh, income reduction. Good
5.
call. 2. We skipped it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good call. Thanks, PC.
Terrible. It's
Done.
not taxes for rich people. Okay.
And $6. Done.
That might have been a good idea.
Because at $4, it was either going either go 10 or leave myself to be able to build. And Martin, place your ownership mark.
Yes.
Jess?
Yeah, should I order that?
Get rid of all my money.
Yeah, I can do that.
There.
Oh, good call.
Good
Didn't
one.
even see that. All right, so Martin, if you're gonna do this,
I'm gonna do it.
no pain, no train. Yep.
Yeah, just remove yellow markers.
Okay.
Continue with that plan.
All right. Go ahead. Deliver.
Deliver. So now it's a choice. Oh, it's one of these, isn't it? One of these reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of which goes to Edward. 5 of which go to me.
1 and 5 to 33. No, doesn't make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jess?
You have the +1, right?
I do.
Okay. Just do 1 this time. Do those 2 next time. Seems the better plan. And then not go back to you. Okay. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there anything else? No, there's nothing out there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, Martin?
Same as before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 to Edward, 5 to me.
Rich, keep
Oh,
getting
I could
richer.
have gone up 6.
It's the way of the game.
No, that's 4 too.
I don't see 1. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not too bad. Using my loco. 1 for Jess. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Really? Thanks so much. I go back 4 now. I hate you. That's
Why?
bad. I go up into the back 4 spot.
Not my intent. Not my intent. It just gave me a +1 on the delivery.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
Bumping up.
Welcome. All right. Yeah, not trying to twist the knife. Sorry. Not intentional. All right, get your income.
So it's 38 minus 19.
I planned that exactly to do that.
So I get 19, yep.
I get 15. Sorry. And Jess, you're at 21. What, 74 bucks?
18. 3. $3.
13 and 4 is 7. No, you're
6,
21.
6 and 12. I don't know what you're talking about. 6 and 12 is 18.
You're not yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wow.
6, 6. All right. Last round. Wait, production. Full year 2.
Six and 5.
Which is which?
Oh, actually.
Yellow and purple is not the greatest.
Purple sucks.
Well,
Put yellow at
5.
3. Well,
I guess.
there's already a purple.
Has to go on 5.
If you
really.
roll, if
So
he
I'm
rolls
gonna
double
roll
3s.
Yeah, but I don't have enough moves to make it happen, so it doesn't really matter.
Yellow at black 2 might not be bad. Yeah.
Sure, yellow there.
Purple. I think you're looking at 2 no matter what, right? 1, 2. No, there's a 3. If you get here or here, there's a purple 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which one? 3 or 5?
Actually, 1.
You actually probably
Yeah,
want 5.
5.
Yep. All right.
Rolling. I have 6, 4, and 3.
So 3, no 4, and 6. There. And can you roll some black 2? You haven't all game. Right, since
did
those
one.
came out. Since those came out. No, why start now? All right.
Not
There.
been good for that.
Final
No.
round. I assume no one's taking shares at this point.
No.
Martin, money. Give me all your money once you're done building. So money is only good for auction and building at this point. So
Right.
Your auction, Martin.
1.
2.
3.
4.
5.
6.
Thank you.
Wait. Yeah, I know. You have enough to outbid me, but do you have any dangling track?
Nope.
You win. I'll stop at 5.
6 it is.
Okay. Build your or choose your action and then build.
I'll choose, for once in my life, locomotive. And I did that pure, well, not entirely to block other people, but I actually can use it. But I thought that was
Good
also
choice.
probably going to be there.
I assume because that blue cube's going to be fought after for you and I, so that makes sense. Because these 2 are wasted because it's the last round. You don't have enough to build track. So
Nope.
if you're not building
No
track.
need, because I have 2 that can do 5. I don't even need to take that from you. I can be nice. It's yours. I don't want it.
All right. So now building track. Martin, go. And then
Well, I can certainly spend 4 to build this link, which I might as well do. And then dangly track doesn't count for anything,
Nope.
right? And is there anywhere else I can see that's got a build that I could just plop one on? I don't think there is anything, is there? So I'll leave it at that.
all right, and all the money can be turned in at that point.
Yep.
I'm gonna upgrade. Well, actually, hold on one second. But I'm just looking to see if connecting any of my, or I guess connecting this, if that helps. So we're gonna upgrade this for 3. Five and 9, and we have 10, so we're good. Done. Jess, building?
Pass.
Okay. All right. What can I kill of Martin's?
I guess I can get a point with that. So that was 3, but
Yep.
this is what? 2.
Yeah.
I'll stick a thing on it.
No. It has to be on a town.
Oh, okay. I can't do that.
So if you only have 3, then nothing.
No, you're right. I have nothing. That's what I thought. And
Okay.
I was like,
It would
Better
be
move for me, wouldn't it?
in the other game.
Yeah,
it
you
would have
could've
been
done
like
that.
something like that, and only $2. But since we don't have those,
right.
Should have done that instead of this.
yeah, right.
Would have been an extra point.
so moving backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure I'm killing one of those. All right. Even if it's too late, it still feels good.
Yes, Adam.
Yes,
I do.
Jess has 2 6s over here.
He was asking me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. So there's
Adam,
that.
I do.
All right. So Jess, go ahead. Move one over here. Call it out. I mean,
was
be
going to.
proud of the. I'm sorry.
Not proud of it in any way, but I will do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'd be proud of it. I'm
I'm
not
not.
getting any 6s. 23. There. Martin. Oh, I guess technically it should have
2,
been.
3,
No,
4,
that's
5, 6.
Nice.
5 to me, 1 to Edward.
1, 5. I don't like that ratio. The blue will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Jess.
And another 6. 1, same track. 3, 4, 5, 6.
And Martin.
Yes, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 to me, 2 to Jess.
2. Wow, you really are mean on that. 2.
Mean that I
and
didn't give it to
5,
you?
42. No, the fact that you brought her over that again.
I didn't even realise. Sorry about that.
There's a board for that. Wow. 1, 2. No. So do I have anything other than, I think, a 3? 1, 2. I think I have a 3 and that's it. Because I can only do a 4 since I don't have that. Pretty sure 1, 2, and 3. It's the best I can do. All right. So income doesn't matter since we're all positive. You're moving back 8. 1, 2. There. I'm moving back 6. Jess is moving back 6. There we go. So we go into final scoring at this point. So final scoring is triple your income. So Martin being there, that's 90, that's 102.
Okay.
All right, so that's there and there. He's gone around it, starting his 3rd time. I'm at 90, 84. There. And Jess is at 75, which stays there and goes there. So now that we've tripled the track, now minus triple these. So Jess moves back 36, 25, 11, 39 is where Jess is there. Do that. Okay. I am at minus 39 from 84. Minus 34 and 5 more. That's where I'm at. And Martin, you're losing 39 from 102. That's 60, 39, 63.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we start counting tracks. So
Is there any
Jess,
reason, by the way, to do the multiplication and then the subtraction as opposed to the subtraction first and the multiply?
maybe if they're
Engineer?
I don't know. Just
Okay.
there you go. All right, Jess, count your track. Pull your markers off as you count it.
Okay. So 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5.
Or not
Just
pull
pull
your
the
markers.
markers. Okay. 5.
Mm-hmm.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Yep.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
There you go. Add 22 to that. That is 61 for Jess.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm looking at 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 for that. 25 is 70. And Martin, the winner. Go ahead, count them up.
Okay, 1, 2.
Nope.
Oh,
One,
so
two,
1,
three.
2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, God, yes.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Seven.
8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13.
13, 14, 15,
Yep.
16, 17, 18,
Yeah.
19, 20, 21.
22.
22.
22 for
Jess got
secret.
one more.
Oh, yeah, I missed one.
And 22 puts him at 35. So, hashtag good teacher. Martin wins at 85. I'm in second at 70. And Jess, 62. There we go. All right. So, first Age of Steam, what'd you think?
First Age of Steam, well, as it confirmed my prejudice that it's really the same game as Steam. The difference between the basic Steam map and the basic Age of Steam map strikes me as less than the difference between the basic Age of Steam map and this map. I mean,
Okay.
the map difference is bigger. I mean, I don't have a strong feeling about the difference between the two systems. I'm mostly interested in this map. I thought this was a fascinating map. The way that the things were laid out, the fact that the growth production of the cubes is very different, certainly very different to Steam because it's a different cube production anyway. I mean, this tug across the Irish Sea really made it quite interesting. I think I was lucky that I was able to grab that northern route and then just milk it.
Yeah, the fact that you were left alone, that both of us, Jess and I, were fighting, not really each other. We were more or less fighting the way the cubes came out, and the fact that you were completely left alone up there to build however and wherever you wanted. I think that was our downfall.
Yeah, I did notice that little cluster of blue-red cubes over there and was thinking, oh, if we could get into there, that could be quite nice.
Yep.
And in fact, that was one of my plans originally, expecting somebody to do that, was to do it this way. But the northern route was for more effective, really, because there was just nobody competing at all.
Yeah, you were all the way up.
Yep. Mistakes were made, no doubt. So how about you?
No, it's really good. I would not teach somebody for their first time on this map. I've seen other plays of it. And I think this is complicated, a little overly complicated, that like down here
in the bottom
where
southwest corner, sure.
that it didn't need to be like that. But there are parts of it that I really liked. The de-urbanization is interesting. No, not even in a bad way.
Right,
I think that actually adds to it. I actually like that, even though it's Take Daddy, and I didn't actually take advantage of it. But I could see that coming into play later as I played it more. Obviously, I mean, that's kind of known of Age of Steam, 18xx. There's an experience differential always in these games. That just means play it more. So.
Right?
Yeah.
Seriously. But did you enjoy the map, though, even though it was a brutal first map?
I would have to play other maps to say that.
Okay,
I
fair
don't
enough.
think that's a fair assessment for me to make at this point.
Yeah, it's not a map to play for someone on their first time.
No,
I think
and I'll be honest. When I planned this map, I thought she'd played. So I knew you'd played Steam. So I was like, okay, not worried. And
It was actually with the agreement that we would play it together before the stream, and that didn't happen. So.
100% this guy's fault. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
All right. I thought you did great. You didn't go watch TV.
No.
No.
Right? So
survived.
there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
I cannot say that I can wear that in every one of my plays. I have gone bankrupt on more than one occasion in Age of Steam. But yeah, it's the key, and I've said this a lot previously, that the first 3 or 4 times I played Age of Steam, I hated it. Hated it. If you go back and listen to some of our early episodes, and we talk about Martin Wallace's best games, Age of Steam, neither Tony nor I listed Age of Steam as one of his best games. The reason I didn't like Age of Steam when I first played it the first few times is we did a very poor job of matching player count to the map. And I cannot overstate how
that seems important.
that is. There is a thread, check that, there is a file on BGG, I think there actually might be 2 now, that shows the ideal player count for Age of Steam maps. And I cannot stress how important it is to do that, because if we played a 3-player game on a game that is ideal for 5 or 6 players, there's going to be 0 interaction. You're going to do your thing over there. You're going to do your thing. I'm going to be over here. That's a terrible experience. Imagine playing 5 players on this map, somebody goes bankrupt in the first 2 rounds. No ways around it. It's just too confined a map. And so if you don't match that up, it just makes for a very unpleasant game experience. And there's nothing wrong with the Rust Belt at 4 or maybe 5 players, which is the standard map that comes with the 2nd edition of this. There's the Heavy Cardboard map, which is free print and play or available on the show store, is excellent at 4 or 5 players for beginners. 3-player, obviously, Ireland is really good. Montreal Metro. Just go look at that, and we've done a number of playthroughs of various maps, and part of that is to bring interest to Age of Steam, but also to highlight the different player counts and how these different maps can play, because tweaking 1 or 2 little things here or there can drastically change the way a game plays. And the Age of Steam Kickstarter apparently is coming from Eagle Griffin, and I think that comes with 4 to 6 maps, somewhere in there. I can't remember the exact number.
Vince put some out there information about that earlier in the chat.
Player count and map matching is of the utmost importance.
I can see that.
In Age of Steam. There are some good solo maps all the way up to as many as 7 players, depending on what it is.
What was the recommended for this?
This is 3.
3.
Also 4, but
honestly,
it shines best at 3.
Yeah, I think this was great at 3. I think 4 would have been.
Well, and again, I'm specifically showing maps based on the player count at their ideal player count, right?
Yeah,
so this plays 3 or 4. If we had had a 4th, which unfortunately because of the snowstorm we had to delay it and Greg wasn't able to make it for this. If we had 4, we wouldn't be playing Ireland, we would have played something else.
Okay,
because I want to show it at the very best that it can be, right?
Yeah.
So
the thing I really like about this system though is I mean there's something very attractive about, for me at least, about building networks across different parts of the world.
Again, you like real maps. You like that historical
Exactly. And in my early gaming days, there was a game called Railway Rivals that me and my friends played a lot. Railway, not railroad.
Right.
And it was just a draw on hex kind of thing. And it's not a good game by modern standards, so it did win the Spiel of the Jahre in its day. But I just loved that, going across different territories. And Age of Steam takes that thrill of building maps, and there's a ton of maps out there. And I like the way they vary the game, much more so than Railway Rivals ever did. But even if you're confined to only one map, the cube distributions are different every time. And so it alters the play due to that.
Not just the distribution on the map, but the distribution of the production display as well.
So it makes it I really enjoy this system. So it works really well. I think, as I said, I think Steam is pretty much the same, in my view. I know Age of Steamers really would hate me to say that, but for me it is basically the same. I've not played Railways of the World, which is the same basic system, but again,
there's 3 levels, if you will. There's Railways of the World, which is kind of the entry. I don't want to say that. That is the simpler of the 3. Then there's Age of Industry, and then there's Age of Steam.
You mean Steam and then Age of Steam?
Sorry, Steam, then Age of Steam. Age of Industry is for brass.
Except I wouldn't necessarily say Steam is a lower level than this. I mean, I think that it's more the maps that vary it.
Okay.
I mean, this is if I look at the Rust Belt map and compare it to the maps in Steam, at least from watching the Rust Belt map played, it looks pretty much equivalent in terms of difficulty. The only approachability difference is Steam does remove this danger of you're out in turn 1 or turn 2 because you went bankrupt right at the beginning of the game. But other than
you can also do it later in the game if you...
Yeah, but that's true of Steam as well.
Okay.
But it's that early bankruptcy thing that is the thing that's, I would say, the main difference in approachability. And of course, Steam does have 2 sets of rules, the basic rules which take out the auction and the standard rules which are closer to this. And I only play standard
Which do you like more, this or Steam?
For me, it's maps.
Okay.
It's nothing. It's not the system. It's the maps. I mean, if you really kind of looked at all the tweaks and say, do I think the tweaks are better? I haven't played enough to judge, but I think the Steam tweaks are generally in the better direction. That's gonna lose me credibility. But it really matters much less than the maps. I mean, this was just a fantastic map.
And another great 3-player is the Moon Map by Alban Viard, where you can warp from the top edge to the bottom edge, but only when the sun is on one side.
That's awesome.
It's, dude, it will mess with your head. And I think we actually streamed that down in the basement, which
Yeah.
means it'll
We
be
do.
coming again down the
Yay!
road based on player count. So there you go. There you go. There you have it. Age of Steam. So if you guys liked it, don't forget, seriously, like down below, thumb drive. Appreciate it. Subscribe. Hit the little bell that helps you get notified whenever we go live. You want to go one step further, you can go and support the show over on pledgehc.com. Really do appreciate those of y'all that have chosen to do so. Last but not least, like I said, the Age of Steam Kickstarter is coming sometime from Eagle. If you guys want to help out the show also, let them know you heard about Age of Steam from Heavy Cardboard. That also goes a long way. Spread the word about the show. That helps us as well. That said, y'all ready to get out of here? Call it a day? I got a podcast to record, so I'll catch y'all later. Be back, let's see, Thursday for Panamax.
Yes.
And then Friday for Dinogenics.
Oh, I cannot wait.
All right, cool. It's going to be a fun week this week.
It is.
So thanks, everybody. I'm Edward.
I'm Jess.
I'm Martin.
Y'all have a great day. Take care, everybody.